happen to have an unarmed strike with a non-lethal knockdown. So if you're ready for fisticuffs, sir, I'll take bits and bets now. Advanced bets, anyone.
Beautiful.
Hello, beautiful audience, and welcome to Whose Role Is It Anyway? Where everything is made up and that wall sconce doesn't matter. I spent 5 minutes explaining it all, but don't worry, it's fine, you didn't miss anything. I am your host, Josiah Sweetnam, and today's game master, ready to play some Star Trek adventures and lead us onto some fantastic First Contact-based shenanigans. Honestly, I was going to say some kind of like mysteries in that, but it's going to be shenanigans. That's great.
We're shenanigans again.
Shenanigans.
First you shenan, and then you shenan again. That's where the word comes from.
How many
Beautiful.
times can one person shenan in an hour? We will test the limits. We will go where no man has gone before.
Shenanigan before.
So welcome back as we come to the voyages of the USS Okanagan, the refit Sutherland class, designed for transport. I've got stuff happening there because I'm so professional. I don't put my phone on silent.
Just your dad's.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
I just didn't want to.
Donald retired last year.
Oh, yes, you can totally have those.
Can't lock the store without your keys.
I'm gonna need.
I'll give them right back.
Perfect. There we go. We're good. Hampod, thanks for following. Also, I saw before, just as we had started, Azure Blue followed us. Thank you so much. We appreciate it and hope that we can bring some entertainment and love your way.
Pretty Lavicrafts mentions, yeah, you're a little quiet here.
Let's knock that up further.
I'm gonna mute myself on here if I can, and I'm going to listen to the stream and try to give some perspective.
That's totally fair. I'm going to start off on the one, and I'm also going to knock myself higher on Discord, which should work. How's that going? Any better? Am I a little bit more accessible? No?
Someone else talk a bit.
Accessible?
Accessible.
Oh.
This is quite the
I'm sorry, but
performance we're putting on. It's almost like we could have mic checked beforehand.
I feel as if you were in an argument and that would be something a woman would say to a man, being like, "You're not accessible enough.
Oh.
You need more."
Sorry, everyone's sounding fairly decent now,
Right there, being accessible.
Okay.
except
you
Brock's
cannot reach
slightly
your partner,
quiet,
you are
but
screwed.
otherwise
Okay.
everyone
I
else
can-
is feeling
Oh, don't
all
worry,
right.
I can make myself a little louder. We can do that just without adjusting anything.
Well, but you need to remember that we will be getting excited and changing our volume levels quite on our own throughout this.
This is the part where we need someone to do a mic
Josh?
check.
Yeah. The problem is that almost every time I get my stuff set up through what I can hear on my desktop, and then we send the sound live, and it's definitely not equal as soon as I go live.
Does anybody
So-
remember how to play this game?
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
a cheat
Take a
sheet if you
D20,
need.
and then you get another one.
Fantastic,
Whoa.
fantastic segue into the game here. Today we are playing Star Trek Adventures, where I've got like a whole little bin full of my dice here just designed for this game. This is a 2d20 system, so we are trying to roll lower for those who haven't played or have not watched previous streams before in the 2d20 systems. So when we're cheering about a nat 1, that's why. It's because it's actually a great thing for us to roll low. We can generally roll up to 5d20 in a single roll if need be. However, for the most part, anytime we're asked to do a task, everybody is given 2 free d20s, and you're just trying to roll as many successes based on a difficulty set by your character sheet. I set the difficulty, which is the number of times you have to succeed. Their character sheets determine how high or low they have to roll to beat it. It'll come through as we play here. It's one of my absolute favorite systems to play in. I love Star Trek Adventures so much, and it just helps when we have a great crew here, which we have an addition this session here. Everyone say hi, Brock.
Hi, bro.
Hi, Rock.
Hi, Brock.
Team delay.
So, without further ado, let's start with some people and character introductions. Since Brock, on my screen and on the stream, you are right next to me.
What? Hello.
Would you like...
Oh my goodness. Well, I am Brock. I work at the KFX convention. I've been doing that for the last 10 to 11 years. I'm part of the crew there that does the live D&D shows. And the lovely and fantastic Sweetnams brothers were just in our last show there too, as the fantastic, incredible duo that we had there. We had a werewolf masquerading as a man and a threat to national security
sorry.
and the no-fly list wizard.
Sorry, he wasn't a werewolf. He was a wolf, just a normal wolf.
He was a wolf were. Where is that wolf? Happy, I hope. I hope he's happy.
He's probably also evading loan sharks.
Yeah, that's a good place. That's a good place to be. Evading successfully. Successfully
Yes. Yes.
evading. My interests include sharks, big construction vehicles, and anything else a 5-year-old might be entertained by.
Ooh, that
Oh man, Brock, I've been so excited to get you into this game. Sam? Oh wow, so we've got 2 Sams, so we're gonna separate Bucket and Kargs. Also, just as we start bringing ourselves, I'm just gonna quickly say, hi Chelsea, we love you.
The Borgopogo is the best thing ever.
Yes, I love your Borgopogo so much. It brought me so much joy, and I have shown it to a lot of friends. So, Bucket, aka Savek.
Hello, I am Samuel Sweetnam, the member of Sweetnam's Knickknacks team, this here channel, as well as the Tyrannical Bucket, all online. Today I am playing Savek, the lovable and very clearly extremely emotional Vulcan that you will, if you don't already know, you will get to know very soon.
Oh, you gotta calm yourself down there, man. Kargs, as we're just gonna go clockwise on my screen.
Yeah, hi, I'm Sam from Fiblancers. You can also catch me on Quest Keep, where I ran the USS Binary, and now I get to be a part of the USS Okanagan, where we've had some wonderful adventures together. Plenty of Transporter Whirl. And...
Extra Transporter Whirl.
Yeah, I'll be playing a Klingon career track officer named Lieutenant Kraz.
Hello, everybody.
Look now!
Hello, Dr. Nick!
I get the fun job of interrupting momentarily. So I'm going to be putting
Interrupting
a
Dad
donation
says
through
what?
in a few minutes. This is money that we've been raising at the store that people who have donated to our little kitty cat and just come in and given money into or bought the dice and all that. This is going to be for the chat who's listening. You guys will get to help determine how this money is spent. So basically we have about $120 going towards us already to kick us off tonight to cause utter chaos for all of our wonderful players.
Love it.
So when you see that come in, chat. Feel free to chime in and give some tips as to how you want to spend for the incentives. Otherwise, I will be moderating chat in a few moments.
Oh dear. Well, so with that in mind, I'm going to mark where my hairline started at the beginning of the session and see where it recedes by the end. Oh man, so you heard the man. We have donations coming through because of all the lovely people who just come through our store and they're just super supportive and ready to donate. And feel free to help come up with ideas. Not that the chat needs more ideas. I am so excited to see what everyone comes up with, because I need I remind people, anyone new to the channel at the very least here, you will be hearing the term Borgopogo at least a few more times throughout this session, and that is due to some fantastic donations given on our first stream and some chat chaos instigated by perhaps someone sitting on screen right now.
A little Q, a little power.
So, sitting in the cetacean ops of the USS Okanagan is now whatever you're picturing as a Borgopogo is probably correct. Helping navigation through space. It almost ate a chef last session.
The potatoes.
Yes. So, well, technically, she had been turned back into the chef before being beamed into cetacean ops, and
Talk to our
Getting-
traumattots.
the traumatots are back.
What about that?
Honestly, my child causes so much trouble.
What?
On.
Weeble Cakes causes chaos?
Yeah.
No. Continuing in our introductions, Patrick.
I'm Patrick. I'm from Kelowna Comic Con. We've got our show coming up this June 21st, 22nd at the newly renamed MNP Place, where you will used to be the Capital News Center, where you will be able to buy lots of cool things like dice trays and dice from Sweetnam's Knickknacks, and many other great vendors. And we have lots of cool other people coming out. Look us up.
It's gonna be a fantastic, fun time. Beautiful, beautiful queen of the beans.
Hello, darling. Hello. Greetings.
Hello, darling.
It's so fantastic. Hi, I'm Queen Zombine, as everyone just calls me, or just Bean. Nobody ever uses my real name. Actually, it's funny because yesterday I got to go to a really cool place, and as I was running down the hallway, someone yelled, "Hi!" Because they only ever see me on Discord, but I was like, yeah. Hi, I'm Queen Zombine. I help run the Pentacon with my amazing team of nerds, and our event is in October, and we are after everybody. We are spooky, and I'm super excited to be here. I love Star Trek so much that I tattooed it on my body. I don't know if that's smart, but I have a Star Trek insignia on me because it's the first tattoo. I was like, must brand myself. I love this group. As I play Emily. She is I just had a moment. I'm like, why am I talking? Character. I play Emily. She is a Vulcan Betazoid. She is a half-breed. She is mostly logical, attempts to be logical, but at the same time, unfortunately, it has a really weird sense of humor, and causes trouble. She's security, and she likes to punch things, and it's fun. And she also, on the last game that we had, she got to flirt with a Vulcan chef, and he handed her salt, which meant he liked her too. So in my brain, they are totally like, she's got like a long distance Vulcan boyfriend somewhere, probably. Or she plays the field. Who knows what she does?
That's what you use the finest array for.
Yeah.
Also, fun thing. Do you remember what I said his name was?
Nope.
I'm pretty sure we instantly renamed them Beautiful Vulcan, yes.
Correct!
Beautiful Vulcan, yes. That is
we-
exactly what
Oh,
goes through
addendum. Yes!
Yes. Yes.
Some have even said it's the most beautiful Vulcan they've ever seen.
Queen.
Oh,
I
dear
am not.
Lord.
not
No.
ready for this.
I realize I did not actually introduce Arbeck Dix and
Oh!
Aurelian from a very isolated colony. He is very good medical officer. He knows humans very well, I swear. He's definitely had experience working on human biology.
Humans of a feather.
And did we actually get our dear Ferengi friend?
Oh, perhaps I forgot to include
Okay,
that
so
little
I feel really
tidbit there
good
for
about
us.
the fact that I'm like, wait, why am I talking? And I reminded all of you, and so Zombie did a thing. Good.
Exactly. Let's all give a small. Let's do our respectful golf claps for Lily, everybody. There we go. I am a Frektor, the financially audacious, as the goggles will indicate to you. I am a man of a very high octane occupation and lifestyle. I like to live on the edge. I like to make some risky investments. I live by the code, a code of the open road and money.
Most importantly.
Above
As
all
Einstein
else.
does.
Oh man. And once again, I will be the game master for today, as playing every other character that we will see on screen. I am so excited for this, guys. As we get ourselves rolling here, I would like to remind everyone we are fundraising today for the BC Children's Hospital through Extra Life. We have, for those viewing on platforms that allow them to look at the description below, scroll down and you can see a link where you can donate money, as well as all of our current incentives, or occasionally we have our fantastic Bucket, who is here to post in our incentives into the chat, as well as some links that you can click and follow that. Failing all of that, you can also just go to sweetnamsknickknacks.com and you can follow one of the donation links there. We'd like to encourage all the chaos today. However, so starting off, what I would like to do is just read off what our incentives are. For a simple, easy $5, you can add in 2 whole momentum or threat to either pool. Momentum and threat are what are used to help the players make more difficult rolls. They can use those to buy dice, as well as do all kinds of other fantastic helpful things throughout the game. You can give them some extra momentum to make their journey a little bit easier. However, that's a little bit too much. You don't want to help the players so much. I get it. I'm here to hurt them too. You can donate to the threat pool, which is the pool that I use to spend in the exact same way they use momentum, except I use it against them. Usually, though, I will start off, and I've said this before too, momentum usually has a pool of 6. They can never have more momentum than 6 at a given time. However, if you donate to give it, I will allow it to go over and above, possibly allowing them to buy even more dice and make some insanely impossible feats. Yes, this could easily, what happens when you roll 6d20 for this? Hold on here, I'm looking at my things, which would be great if I actually knew it all off the top of my heart. Look, I only make these. Complicated circumstances for $10. You can add a complication to a scene. A complication is just something that appears in the scene, changes circumstances, and makes their life a little bit more difficult. It'll usually increase anything they're doing by at least 1 difficulty level. I can spend threat to do it for myself, but maybe I don't have enough threat, or maybe you thought I wasn't putting it in the right spot. Step in, make a difference, make the scene more complicated. For $20, we have changing qualities, which allows you to say, hey, I think should be something different here. I think there should be another Borgopogo on board the ship. I think that communicator in their hand should actually just be a banana. I think that maybe their phaser should only ever be set to level 1 and barely fit to stun a fly. You can change all kinds of things in a scene with basic here, little asterisk on the top there. We're not going to destroy the ships or the planets here. We do have to do a game, and if we don't have a game, we don't have a fundraiser, so please be nice. But on the other side, also, hey, I'm looking at you, Strong Style King. Heavily. But also, please don't kill my character.
Turn them into potatoes.
And finally, for
wants Robo.
$50. Strong Style King is currently running a Cyberpunk game for me, in which it ended very interestingly for my character last session.
Oreos. Look, it's
What are
you.
those?
Oreos.
What are those?
It's double
Are
stuff.
those maple Oreos? Why does that look?
They're like the Olympic Oreos.
Okay, because I saw a dumpling and I'm like, is it a dumpling Oreo? Is it a what?
There's like I think it's like supposed to be a gold medal. Like, I think that's a gold medal or something.
Nice. Cool. Okay. Now I'm like intrigued.
I'm
And
out of
finally,
pie.
Our last thing is for $50, you can force me to drink 2 of these. Oh, come on, here we go. Formula sour candies. This stuff is like all that. It's mostly malic acid. It's just slightly congealed malic acid that punishes me and hurts me on a whole new level. And I have to drink those and keep on going. Like, I'm fine. Isn't that great? So please feel free to punish us. It's for the sake of the kids and helping the BC Children's Hospital this month.
Yes. Also, our wonderful dad has put through the donation from the customers of the store. We're looking at about $120 worth of various things that chat can do to us.
120 Canadian cents.
Perfect. Just as Sam said, that's $120 that the chat can vote together to harm and affect our game.
No, Strong Style King, we'll make it a D6. Then that way it's whatever NPC Josiah happens to be DMing in that moment gains the beard.
Is this Riker beard or like Benjamin Sisko beard? Because they're similar, but slightly different.
Can it be the one episode Geordie LaForge beers?
Perfect. Absolutely. We could have someone who's like, wait, I thought you didn't normally have a beard. As a
Or-
kid."
Or hold up, is it Mirror Spock beard?
It's the real life Shatner sitcom beard from that sitcom he tried to do.
Not many people know about that,
No.
or remember that, or you know.
That holodeck program has been discontinued. Decompiled.
yeah. Sometimes you just gotta get the mods in.
Yep.
So, without further ado, let me click to my my notes here, and let's get this starship sailing. So, as we open up to the USS Okanagan, as I had stated earlier on this, just making 100% there. The USS Okanagan is a retrofit Sutherland class ship designed specifically for the sake of helping negotiations, bringing colony transports, and just making life all around more comfortable for the people it brings around. It's great for tourism and is one of the few starships that actually has its own Synthale winery on board. Today, it has been sent off to the Alpha Quadrant to help conduct some second contact. See if I can jump into this. No warm-up. Stardate 55257.6. The Hyglacians recently developed faster-than-light technology and were discovered by a nearby Federation vessel, the USS Yoroi. On their first voyage, first contact was made with great success. Now, the Admiral has made arrangements for the USS Okanagan to travel to Hyglacon to help set up comms arrays, establish guidelines, and discuss what else they may need. We have 5 lower deckers currently of varying junior ranks walking down one of the curved hallways.
I am very sorry to interrupt, but there has been a donation. Thank you, Josh, for donating. For changing qualities, the note says the GM plays all the other characters, including the former French emperor who has escaped the holodeck and enjoys stating the obvious, is also ticklish.
He has to be a French.
Oh, and there's also another donation just came in for what I'm assuming is about another $20 donation. And no note on that one. So if whoever just donated after like about 30 seconds ago-ish, please tell us in chat what you would like us to do with your donation.
Well, thank you already for the donations rolling in and starting us off strong. You guys are fantastic, beautiful people. As are our... I can't believe that our Moriarty is Napoleon. As our junior officers are walking down the curved hallway, they hear kind of in the distance, echoing from behind them here. When turning to look, they don't see anything immediately. But I hate that so much. You guys are used to a lot of strange things. I shouldn't be reading his chat right now, but the For reference, we have Napoleon hologram. He's not a main role, but definitely a Bonaparte. Thank you so much, Sam. Oh boy, what have I allowed to happen here today upon Starship? You guys have been called down with some equipment to help start setting up some comms arrays. The fuller pieces of equipment will be already sent down shortly after you guys arrive, but you guys are on your way to the transporter room.
Did one of you make a comically French accent laugh?
You see, if there was money in that business, and believe me, I've looked, I would be doing that, but not much business in the French laughter impressions game these days. No latinum in that.
I'm on the career path now. I can't upset Captain Picard.
It seems we may be followed. Perhaps we should continue to our job.
Yes.
Somebody activate Badgie. Maybe he can help us.
Let me check my.
No Badgie.
Does
No
Badgie
Badgie.
exist in universe yet? I don't think so.
If
Let me check
anyone
my focuses
has watched the last session, yes, remember when you guys
But
were
Badgie went bad. Badgie went like crazy, didn't they?
Oh, Badgie, I was proud of my little Klingon warrior.
Oh, right, that one.
There
Yes.
you go. When you guys were trying to play Velocity in the holodeck, you activated a tutorial program that manifested as Badgie, which tried to kill you all and horribly failed.
Do it. See, I told you I wasn't forgetting things. Not a good experience. I have to go to extra therapy for that.
French laughter aside, you hear a little faint kind of echoing going down the other end of the hallway still. Just, the door to the transporter room is coming up ahead of you, not very far. As you approach closer, you can hear voices immediately as the doors open. And on the other side of the door, you immediately hear the voice of your captain and the chief engineering officer, Officer Ola, kind of in a aggressive but not angry discussion.
Which one's being aggressive? Are they both aggressive?
Ola is being a bit more aggressive.
Aggressive.
You hear Ola just, look, I had things set up. I had things been scanning for a long time from the moment we got into orbit. Why in the world are you telling me now that I can't set up in the most optimized space? I get sent here to do a job, and now you say that they're just coming in and telling us that we have to just do a suboptimal position? I know. Look, Chief Engineer, you're very good. That's why I selected you on my team. But we have to respect the local government's positioning, okay? Okay, but the location of an array can make or break the quality of the communication, especially this far out, okay? Yes, I know. Look, just set it up where they are. They'll get comfortable to our position and to our presence in their end of the galaxy, and then perhaps we'll be able to move the array to a more ideal location outside of the city. Okay, fine. But I'm not going to be happy about it, all right? And just at this moment, both of them turn and see you, and
Sorry, I would like to point out, as per our anonymous donator has chimed in the chat, declaring all men on board the USS Okanagan must now adopt the scant as the official uniform. We are all wearing scants.
I don't remember wearing this
I
today.
see it's
This is acceptable.
It's
I
a
feel a
casual
sudden
Friday
breeze.
situation here. I see.
For people at home, we have Captain Blogruck here. I will just give a quick picture. Is the Tellarite captain of the ship. Very kind-hearted man. He's been a long time off of Tellar Prime and not generally as insulting to most people anymore, and has had a bit of a history with the party in question. And this is Chief Engineering Officer Ola. They've been serving on board for quite a while and considers specifically both Savek and Kraz friends. Let me just send us back to the full table. Welcome, officers. All right, I see you have the equipment we were ready for.
We
Perfect.
came as quickly as we could.
Okay. Good afternoon, officers. Welcome. I suppose we've been given our location to set up the comms array and a geospatial mapping array. And they end up giving a strong look to the captain, and then a nod to the transporter chief. And the transporter chief looks back at you, and she shakes her head and just. She's worked with Ola a long time, and is like, "All right, yeah, okay." Not wanting to get caught in the crossfire here. And Ola will turn to the rest of you and... You ready? You got your stuff? Let's go.
Yeah,
And
sure.
they're the first one to
Yeah.
take position on the transporter pad.
I'm
Do
going
I
to
have
take all
to-
this with me. Frector's going to say, gesturing to a backpack almost 2 times his own size on his back. Strictly necessary equipment, I assure you.
Usually, I feel like I have to check your backpack at any given time we take you on an away mission, but today I don't have the
What?
time. Bring it with you.
Perish the thought. It's all very practical, I assure you.
I'm sure it is. Captain Blogrock is is there anything I should, sorry, and he's like shifting in this uncomfortable stance now, like, I don't remember putting this on this morning.
I sure
but-
do.
Now,
Imagine
Sonic
how I
carries-
feel.
As-
sir.
as
Very
dashing as
breezy
you-
down there.
as
This
dashing
is
as you look at this
surprisingly
scan,
refreshing.
when
Redundancies.
once we're not on board, do we still have to wear these scants? I know you implemented these new rules recently, but
Especially planetside, where it is quite breezy.
The temperature down there may be unusually humid, and we must represent Starfleet accurately. We must remain in uniform at all times.
now I do believe this is official uniform.
Yes, the scant is a long-held tradition of Starfleet.
Yes,
I brought
I
the
brought
grape.
all the necessary equipment you asked me to bring. I brought the camera here for the calendar you asked me to make with all of these new uniforms, too. Is it... What time did we agree on that again?
Ola shoots you like a sharp look. If I catch a single picture of myself in this idea, I will come for your pips.
What?
Understood,
no,
officer.
perish the thought.
Now
Not
your
sure you
lobes
understand
look
what Paris the
dashing
thought
in the
means.
scant.
Thank you. I moisturized before I came in here.
Are you guys going to take your positions on the transporter pad, or am I going to have to go down and set this comms array up myself?
Oh,
Savik will walk up as well.
The transporter chief, I didn't come up with a name for her, so that's where I probably should have thought of that earlier. She's gonna look up at all of you and kind of nod. The captain will nod and look up. Best of luck.
we know it was
All of them.
expendable this episode.
Ola will energize. Your vision fades out, and the first thing that comes to you is the smell of open, fresh air and a cool breeze. Hashtag scans never die. The chat is wild. As your vision is then greeted with bright sunshine and reflections off of bright and smooth, very utopian style architecture, you find yourself circling in the center of a courtyard. There are some exotic trees growing along the edges and a very tall ovaline building. And in front of you, you see a group of uniformed members of the Hyglacian people.
Are they wearing scants too? Is their uniform a scant?
I don't think they were on board.
You see the rest of them. You see them standing in front of you, and they're wearing lab. For a quick moment, you could swear they were wearing sort of lab coat-esque with pants. But as your vision fills in, you look down, and their pants are now currently missing. And they're wearing a sort of long tunic that goes down just above the knees in white in their white scientific lab coats, and they all kind of look down a little confused and pull, but they immediately make eye contact with you, and welcome to Hyglacon.
Savek makes eye contact with one of the ones who's still kind of shifting uncomfortably, looks down his own scant, and just looks back up. It's a whole thing.
Hey, well met, fellow breeze enjoyers.
Hello.
I look around and make sure that no one was turned into a potato during transport again, and so no potato scans.
Oh, come on. I will say, as you were transporting down, you got a whiff of a starchy smell in your nostrils. It's taken a while to clean out the excess starchy particles.
No wonder our uniforms are so stiff.
Walking forward, there is a single, very tall, lithe, masculine-looking scientist. And, hi, my name is Brachus. I will be your scientific guide to the city here, the capital city of Hyglacon. Any questions before we commence?
Live long and prosper, Brax.
Yes, and I hope you two have a good lifespan.
I understand it is a very respectful greeting in my culture.
Well, let me extend you one of the great respect in kind, and spreads arms out, then wraps behind their back and goes into a very deep bow before bringing themselves back up. And the two scientists behind him also take a deep bow to all of you.
It's customary to curtsy in Ascant.
Right, I don't remember putting this on this morning. Funny when you get yourself going that you forget that the most simple of things can elude your mind. But it kind of swirls a bit, and it's kind of airy and
We missed the dance
pleasant.
party? I'm very sad. I don't know where it went. Oh well. Apologies.
Brachus, my friend. I seem to have recalled that we were called here for a matter of bringing communication to the greater Federation and the outside worlds there. And I thought to myself, I'm something of an expert on ancient technology. That's what they know me for. They call me Frector, the financially audacious. I have here the finest of all the technology of Earth's 2008. Behold, an entire case of the Microsoft Zune, the finest device for communication that the human species has ever known.
Wow, this is an incredible piece of technology that you hold in front of me today. I will be very interested in perusing other wares. However, I was led to the idea that the Federation does not partake in sale of items.
What? No, perish the thought. This is a gift for our new Hyglacon friends. The apps on the Microsoft Store, however, now property of myself, those do come at additional charge.
Well, I'm sure I will have a lovely time perusing what it has to offer.
And once we set up this comms array, you'll be able to access those apps.
Well, that is quite a motivation, I suppose, to what we are exploring
At the blazing
today.
fast speeds of one
Right.
whole G.
Wow. I suppose that is a good normal gravity level to obtain. Well, I will say our Prime Minister regrets her ability to be able to be present to greet you. She was here earlier to greet your captain and other dignitaries, but it is my pleasure once again to be able to work with you today. These two scientists will be moving on to their own projects, so thank you very much for your support. I suppose I can bring them to the lab, and I will this way. And he kind of walks with a very upper body roll ahead of you.
You know, Doug Jones, I think you'd get along quite well.
I am not familiar with one Doug Jones, though. I suppose it sounds a lot like Jug Dones, performer here. Usually we never see his face, though, so...
Well, once we have the comms array set up, I'm sure we can show you some historical documents.
I would be very, very interested in perusing what your society has to offer for us.
I'm quite proficient in holodeck programming. If you ever require a calisthenics program, I will set you up.
Yes, that sounds quite lovely. We value health and proper physical capabilities in the Hyglacian society.
Do Hyglacians play Velocity?
I don't know what that is. Perhaps you will have to introduce me to the concept later.
I love Second Contact.
There's an app for that.
Oh, wow. And just kind of like turning over the Zune in his hand. This is definitely quite a remarkable device. I look, sorry, I was tempted for a moment. Does it have games?
It has a variety of entertainment applications installed.
It's got Flappy Bird. That makes it especially valuable.
Oh, I do suppose that is a lovely common way that avian creatures like to transport themselves.
It's so lovely that you've preserved these historical documents about Jug Dones. Our own Doug Jones, unfortunately, we only have historical documents. A very tragic loss in the archive file.
I don't like how that way too well just flowed off the tongue for you.
I'm fluent in nonsense.
As you guys are following him along, he brings you towards the large building and enters into a second courtyard and says, follow me, and directs you off to the left. We have our own communications center off the middle of town here. We figured that this would be a great facility for all of you to establish your comms, and so we can perhaps negotiate further usages in the future. And I look forward to being able to oversee this project with you, as I will also likely be an officer and scientist overseeing the continual development of this technology in collaboration with the Federation and all future endeavors. This is great. This is lovely. And he continues on to the building to the left, and as it approaches, the archway recedes and rolls into itself and opens up into a door around 12 feet tall, towering up. And inside there is many different computers, and some of them in the center, there's a large holographic computer that has a small orb in the center, and Brachus walks up and approaches it, and he touches the orb and starts kind of circling, and you see different markings and letters appear in the Hyglacian language around the holo computer as he navigates it. I'm just setting up some of the initial Foundation work. I swear I'm not unprepared for your arrival today. I hope there is no negative implications upon my capabilities as a scientific member of the community. However, I was just putting the final touches before I got word you were beaming, which I believe is the word you used, down.
Yeah, I usually get beamed twice a day.
Well, that is lovely.
In fact, I beamed the captain just last night.
Beaming is a colloquialism for the use of transporter technology amongst Starfleet.
My father says good night to the stream. He will be going and moderating at home.
Good night, Dan.
Good night,
Thank
Daddy
you very
Dan.
much.
Very loved.
Good night.
Is he going to beam there?
He will be
Not,
beaming
please don't
away.
use that context when we've been making bad puns and then talking about Daddy Dan. Okay, we are not doing that. My brain can't handle that.
Sorry, he will not be beaming away. He will Q continuum snap himself away.
Ah.
Very good.
So I guess
That's
beaming will just have to be the smiles he puts on our faces.
Oh boy. Okay. So. He finishes setting up on the computer and looks. All right. Please bring your equipment in. I believe you were needing contact to our greater outdoor array, which will be accessed, and he points to a clear door at the back of the facility, so you can set up those parts and then wire everything in. I have a panel already open and ready for your hookups, and I believe that you were supposed to do some surveying before you set up, but don't worry, I've already taken care of the survey, so I've taken care, so you guys can just go ahead and start hooking things up according. That's
Well, now
We
isn't
do
that
that. We
so
need to scan
convenient?
to ensure that your power source is compatible with ours.
As well as installing the proper equipment to translate between your computer systems and ours, seeing as
No,
they do
that-
not function on identical code.
Sorry,
Yeah, as long as you don't somehow have a holodeck emitter power transfer program that can't be compatible with anything else for no reason at all.
You misunderstand. I apologize for not being clearer. I meant that the land survey, the geographical survey for setting up the conservation should already be taken care of, so you guys can just do what you need to with our equipment in place. And just as he's saying this, a voice comes in from behind you, and Engineering Chief Ola walks up. I think we have made more than enough concessions for your scientific teams and your government. We will be doing a basic land survey just to ensure that we can connect properly and that we will be facing no interference that will prevent our job. And they turn to Lieutenant Kraz first, and as our engineer here ready to hook up our equipment, I will leave you in charge. I have been summoned to the council chamber to discuss more integration and the process we will be taking in with our technology, because apparently the report I sent in wasn't enough. So,
Good luck in your battle, Chief.
Hey, Josiah, have you seen the question in chat?
hold on here. My chat's not loading here. 1 second. I'm stuck further back.
Is this the question about allergies to Zunes or
No, this is the question about minis.
the mini donations?
Oh, I mean, we don't have an avenue to do donations, at least not for Extra Life, for material goods. Because all donations go to Extra Life directly, then we typically just stick to, like, donations using their, like, online services rather than the money really entering our hands, unless it's cash donations in the store. If you're wanting to do anything with donation stuff, Pretty Lavi Crafts, feel free to. There is still, as of yet, I don't think any of the the 120 that was donated by our customers at the beginning of the stream have been fully redeemed yet, so feel free to join in on or start chants in the chat about getting us to do things, because that 120 does have to be used up before our stream is done here.
You know, it's funny, that word chat, it sounds a lot like chat, like the French word for cat, and we were hearing that laughter earlier. It just really boggles the mind.
I hope no French emperors have made their way down from the holodeck. It'd be quite unfortunate if another one escaped.
Just gonna
That
check
is
down
un-
my scant here real
My
quick.
historical
No French
studies in the
emperors in there.
Starfleet Academy.
That is
All I
an
know
oddly
about the
specific
French
thing.
is that they did not win a war, except against themselves in civil war.
You're
Oh, I
knowledgeable
don't
of
think we have
this,
anything to
friend.
fear from a... I did not say that, Captain Picard. No. You can win all the battles.
Okay.
If I ever want to make chief, I mean, I'm pulling a Geordie LaForge here. I've traded in my gold for red for just a little bit. I am not copying other Klingons in this space.
A bold
fair, yeah.
trailblazer.
So, Lieutenant Commander Ola will nod their head, look at each of you, and please do me proud. And they'll just kind of like call you and it's like, closer. We've made more than enough concessions, and we have a job to do here. So, stand your ground and just know that within reason, I will back you up on a lot of things. All right? Thank you. And they'll lean back and make eye contact with Brachus, who is just kind of like craning his neck over. And they'll look back and, all right, I trust you.
We will get the job done.
And with a one final nod, turn around and walk out.
As I believe the humans used to say, no problemo.
Camera defocused.
Okay, so if you, I suppose a basic land survey might then be in order.
Yeah, it's just a
person
very
would
basic
be
one, a
ready.
little flyover maybe.
Absolutely. And you can tell us all about your planet's wonderful, rich resources, ore, crystal, naturally occurring metals. Lovely stuff. I'd love to hear all about it.
I believe I will remain on comms, and I will board the shuttle and begin the land survey.
Of course, of course.
And just he will like turn to Arbeck. Are you willing to join me, Kraz? And sorry, Brock, I do not know your character's name.
Oh, it's okay. I will say that my name is Frektor, the financially audacious,
Frektor.
and I will say it often.
Kaz and Frektor, you seem to be the most capable to remain here and begin the ground preparations.
They usually leave me up on the ground for ground preparations. I am used to this routine. Thank you. I'm enthusiastic. I'm a team player.
Savik will just turn to Kraz like, are you all right with this arrangement? Would you like me to
Klingon
take him
warrior
away
is
from
always
you?
prepared.
Would you like me to relieve you of his burden?
No. I could never perish the thought.
Oh, fantastic.
Very well.
Besides, it's my specialty. Making alien technology compatible with Federation technology. I love it.
We're going to get along swimmingly, as the humans used to say.
And
I am quite proficient in swimming. Klingons are quite hydrodynamic.
Ferengi are not. The ears and not very good for aerodynamics, buoyancy. None
How
of that.
deep does that water get stuck in there?
It does. We have very large swimming caps that we cover our ears with.
Well,
I
one
prefer
thing
to
we
swim
do have
in
in
vaults.
common is we both like to sharpen our teeth.
Oh, absolutely. I brought my file from home.
Little subspace fields.
Ah.
I will say that when it comes to the land survey, you will be able to conduct everything you need just for the sake of the array using a advanced tricorder that you have with you in your equipment.
Or do we have a shuttle?
You guys came down on a
I thought we had a shuttle for some reason.
Oh, we beamed down. We beamed
However-
down twice today.
it'll require you to walk around extra beaming. Extra transporter whirl, of course. It will require you guys to spread out a little bit and do some land surveys around just the general area. You can encircle the building, and it will require you to sort of contact through the internal subspace communication systems using the tricorder to the Okanagan up above, just to sort of test the viability of this location, as well as sensing for any interference or anything locally here that way. So that was Arbeck and Emily will be. Oh, hi, Bendy Sam. Mwah.
Now we have 3 Sams.
Oh no!
Sam's multiply.
Yeah. One Sam.
Transporter clones.
This is why we have to nickname all of them, because there's no,
Not have a business to provide for all of these Sams. Perhaps a Sam's Club of some sort.
Sam Club. Oh. I need to make a button. I need a button.
The Mega Sams. if they all combine together, they will become a Voltron of Sams.
Ooh, a sandwich.
Form Sam.
So, I will have Arbeck and Emily. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my notes as to what I. You two will definitely be rolling a control. Probably control science.
Rolling.
An
And
army of
I will-
Sam. Yes. I'll make a sandwich. I love you. Sam. That comment is fire.
Your tasks. This is our beginning roll to help us generate some momentum. We were explaining some momentum earlier that people can use this resource to help purchase extra dice to roll to help bring in some better situations for the game in general. However, we generate extra momentum that whenever I set a certain difficulty and they roll more successes than that difficulty rating, they generate more momentum to their momentum pool. The game starts off with a single momentum. Usually you lose one when you transition scenes. However, because the scene on the starship was barely a scene, it was mostly an opening, I didn't take your momentum away. So you still have one in the pool.
Very good.
So this will be a difficulty 0 for the two of you to set up this comms array, because everything is pretty integrated and Hyglacon is a surprisingly technologically advanced planet for the sake of just reaching faster than light travel now. So integration is pretty easy. I will roll your computer sensors assist dice in case. So this will be a difficulty 0. So everything you generate here, as long as you succeed on, don't do like crit fail or anything to add complications, you'll succeed on this no matter what you do. This is just to help you develop some more momentum.
Sorry, it was in engineering and what?
It was
Control
science.
Control
For,
science.
that's for Arbeck and Emily to
Yeah.
do the integration.
Now I'm having a really dumb moment right now. So please, because my brain is rusty and it's been a year. So I roll my dice.
You have
I don't
two
have
dice.
any. I roll 2 dice, but I don't have a modifier or anything like that. We just have our numbers, right?
So
Yes.
so when I say that this is a control science.
Yeah.
You take your control number as an attribute and science as your discipline. Add those 2 numbers together, and that is what you're trying to roll under to get a success.
There we go. I knew there was some math somewhere that I was forgetting. Oh my god.
And if it's a focus, then your discipline number is your crit number. So anything under that counts as a crit.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. I did not do well.
In computers. Oh no.
You definitely sent 2 people who might not necessarily be good at these kind of things on this mission.
I thought Kraz was working on the integrating the comms.
No.
Oh, sorry. I thought
Who-
I heard Savek ask Kraz to come out and do the survey. Sorry.
I was
I-
offering that I could relieve.
To relieve me of, or to keep these. These
okay.
lovely beings together.
Perfect. So Kraz, you will also be rolling in this.
Because I think with my numbers all added up, it was 13, and I rolled 18.
Okay. Well, that's not a nat 20.
18.
So
Well, I had 2 dice, right? So I added the dice together, or is it separately?
Oh no.
Oh, if it's separate, then I have
Separate,
2
it's separate.
successes. 2 successes.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Very good.
All right.
She has a brain. She has a brain.
So it's a crit success and a regular success. So 3 total for me.
Nice.
Perfect.
There we go.
Um,
Now the cobweb is on. We are.
Perfect. So you guys have a full pool of momentum already. Integration's going quite well. You find that they set up, Brachus did a great job in setting up these computers ready for all the terminals that you would need access to. Almost like too well had this set up here. And he kind of stands over your shoulder and is watching what you're doing with great interest. Our surveyors, you will be taking your tricorders out to see the suitability of our location. Please, both of you, roll me. This will be insight science in order to use the tricorders. The tricorders will also, I believe, add an extra d20 to your pool.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Slavik and the Tricorders is a great band name.
Oh.
Slavik and the tricorders.
But are the kind of musical instruments that I envision Savik playing with the tricorders is all like techno?
Yeah, it's like techno Vulcan chants.
Yeah.
This
It's
will
like
also be
I feel like it's lo-fi techno opera is what I'm imagining.
That's a vibe.
Wait, what was the roll was doing again?
it's a difficulty 1 science insight.
Science insight. Okay. That's 2 successes from me and 1 fail.
Okay. And Brock. Roll us 2d20.
Oh wait, sorry, 2d20. I thought you said 3d20 because of the
Oh,
tricorder.
3d20. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Well, given that we are aiming for low numbers this game, 19, 18, and 17 are all above what I was aiming to hit here. So
Well,
this isn't a Zune. I'm befuddled.
you were trying to find like space Spotify on there, and it was very difficult.
Where's Minesweeper?
You were wandering off with your tricorder, and It's strange. The tricorder was not picking up very helpful readings on this. There's definitely something odd going on with the location, because this should be pretty intuitive. Savek, you notice that there is a high level of interference in this location.
Can I get a bearing on where that interference is coming from?
The best you're able to figure out is under the ground. There is something kind of possibly natural giving off a lot of particles and interference, preventing proper communication with the ship and just in general. Not enough that it would like stop you from contacting your ship entirely, but you have a sense that there is enough natural interference that it would probably actually mess up with the subspace comms array. It seems to be located towards the center of town, of the city, so you would have enough time as the rest of the crew are setting up the array that as you walk away, the interference goes down very minutely the further away from the center of the city you go. So it's not enough that it would be like just fine if you went 20 feet that way, but that you can at least track that it gets weaker the further from underground in the center of the city.
Okay. I mean, he'll walk back over to his very confused Ferengi friend and it seems this location is very suboptimal for affixing a communications array.
Yeah, I'm getting the distinct impression that this is not the opportune location here. And you know what we say in the real estate business? It's location, location, location. I just don't know if this is the move for a comms array out here. Maybe they talked about needing all those land surveys. Do we really want to risk having our acquaintance here perhaps ask for more surveying or more concessions from us if we are setting this up?
I believe
Ola didn't seem too enthused.
I believe the Okanagan will have the resources to be able to survey an appropriate location quite easily.
All right,
Besides, it seems they are very capable of wireless communications. Any
Absolutely.
location elsewhere on the planet, so long as it is not too far away from any significant population center, should be fine.
Near, far, I believe that the plot will go on. We'll work together through this one.
I do concur.
Really betrayed.
I'm just happy Celine Dion is heard by the Ferengi.
Oh, we hear many things. Whether we believe them is another matter altogether. Hear
I'm
everything,
sorry.
believe nothing is on my
Explain.
character sheet. So.
I need Brock and Patrick to forever. I need you guys to just record something from my phone, please. Just your voices. I need this every day. Okay.
Da-dung, 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 da-dung. It's 9 a.m., Lily. This is your 9 a.m. alarm. I'm talking in a Ferengi voice, Lily. Hello.
Well, it is the morning at 9 a.m. Please, you should get up. It's a little late, actually. You should be at work already.
Hi, it's me again. This is the second alarm now. This is the reminder one that he's doing. If you ignore the first one, it's okay. I don't take it personally. I get...
Yep. I'm sorry. Frontier Day must live on forever with you guys. I'm now back to our original programming. I squirreled. I forgot my meds today. You can tell.
Sorry, LGD.
What? We had an LGD?
You forgot your meds.
Oh, right. Bad Lily.
See, that's not why I won't do that. All right. So, are the two of you continuing to survey outside? Do anything else? I mean, you've got pretty much the scans you have here. it's been a decent amount of time that your crewmates have probably finished setting in the array.
And I presume we go back inside to rejoin our teammates and inform them.
I would believe so. It's sun or suns plural. I don't want to assume the setting here. I don't know what sort of solar system this takes place in. Getting a little bit a different spot in the sky than when we started. Burning daylight here and all that.
There is a single sun in the sky on this one. I can specify that for you.
Ah.
The rest of you who are currently setting up the sensors array, Brachus will be looking right over Kras's shoulder. Well, that's a very interesting bit of technology you have there to hook in. It's remarkably.
Let me give you a better view, and I'll pick him up and put him on one side while I work with the other hand.
Oh my, okay, well, you are very strong. Wow, okay, well, that is this view is better. You were correct on that.
Oh, that is quite the view.
Oh, Armek! I need to work, or I'd pick you up too and put you on the other side.
Yes, I can. I'll just get in there and just if you can hold me a bit higher, I can really get this done faster.
Very well. And now I've got like 2 beings. Help.
Looks like you could use a bit of a spotter there. Let me just climb up on your shoulders so I can look over and get a second pair of eyes.
It's a good thing you do a lot of calisthenics in the holodeck.
This would be equivalent of level 5.
Yes, I can see your velocity gains are paying off. You should post this on the Federation equivalent of Instagram. Here, use my Zune.
Lily, Savik walks over to you and just.
Attempt to head
Would this
that
be
to the-
considered a comedic event? Sorry, Lily.
It's got visual recognition, right? Well, bonk.
Well, I think
struggling
we've used up that bit. Let's get back to work.
Struggling to hold them up and just kind of slowly release them down. Oh well, I think I've got what I needed here. Yeah, well, it sees now that the other 2 have returned. Well, I expect that you got what you needed in the survey. That we are very, very.
Yes and no. Unfortunately, this location, while it will be minimally functional for a subspace transmitter, I fear that there's far too much interference for it to work effectively. Another location, perhaps further from the city, really any location should work. I've noticed you have significant amounts of wireless communication here, so you seem to have overcome the problem. However, our technology, not being from this world, has not yet adapted.
Yes, I suppose that is indeed something we were aware of. We just did not believe that it would have anything to affect your subspace communications arrays. We figured that that it should be fine, but that no matter. Perhaps you can just install it anyway, and we will just figure it out as we go along.
Now that
This will be your communications network that will be negatively impacted as a result.
Well, I suppose that's for my worry. Just to continue going on as you are instructed.
No, I do believe that this is a poor choice of actions. I think we should go and find a new location. I'll just do a fly around. I'll just flap my wings and go see if I can scout out a new location.
Unfortunately, due to the strength of the interfering radiation, We will have to be looking at many kilometers away from the city.
That
The further, the better.
How
That
much flapping
statement-
is that? Like, if we're looking kilometers out of the city, can bird flap that far?
Yes, but it will be many hours.
It could be a bit more of a glide.
It would be better to take a shuttle.
Or that?
Okay, well, if we can find a shuttle, but, you know,
The Okanagan has a complete complement of shuttlecraft.
yes.
And if not, we can just replicate a shuttle.
Well, actually, that's. I don't think that'll be a problem. I assume you will have a process. Ever since you made the comment of many kilometers away, he's looked a lot more kind of panicked and nervous, and just perhaps if we can work with your team, I can organize transport. We have plenty of options to transport you to wherever you may need to go to set up your comms array.
It would be
Like
best if we
someone's
could
afraid of flying.
It would be best if we could take a shuttle of our own. Though we would welcome you aboard the shuttle to give us some insight on the local environment. We do not wish to bring any harm to the environment or to your culture. Just simply find the most optimal location to be able to serve your culture and your society.
That is entirely understandable. Well, I believe that your engineering officer initially submitted a report that there was a location not too far from the city that would be optimal for the comms array, and I will just have to pass it by our local governing council, and perhaps I can organize transport out there. Then you don't have to go through the process at all of flying there yourself. That I can show you, and then you can
Oh,
experience
please.
much more of what our culture has to offer and the technologies that we can be integrating ourselves with further.
The
That's
shuttle
sound-
would be the fastest.
That sounds like we also have coordinates of this other location. Can't we just beam up and beam back down and beam over? Be beamed around a little bit?
Hmm.
Can I take Savik aside? Just a moment.
Oh.
Lieutenant, doesn't this sound a little bit like the incident at Pachem? When Captain Archer found the Vulcan spies on Endorian.
With my big ears, I'm gonna also insert myself into the middle of this conversation and be like, "Yeah, it really does sound like that, doesn't it?"
That would be troubling. Though the Prime Directive and Starfleet directives require that we do not intervene unless we believe there is malice in place.
Although we are.
I was just running that holodeck program not long ago. The chef's really great.
And we are sort of problem solvers, scientists here, yes? Perhaps we can venture through the method of communication conversation, see what we might determine psychologically. I hear under my focuses I have listed quantum consciousness. Maybe we could see if we can get into the consciousness of these people through communication.
I will request that you figure out why they are so hesitant to allow us anything further. He seems to be very hesitant to allow us to look elsewhere.
Why don't we give a little razzle-dazzle, a little conversational? I think I can go over and maybe get things rolling. We'll loosen up with a bit of a friendly conversation and then see what might happen.
So I'm gonna step further away from the conversation and kind of go back over to Brackus.
Brackus, my friend, how are you enjoying that Zune I gave you so far? Is it communicating well with your networks and systems here?
Well, it has a few built-in specifications you have given it, but it does not seem to have a network compatible with what I have available.
What is it that you have available here? You see, when we were going around earlier, I was quite impressed with the level of optimization and wireless communications that your fine people here have going, friend Brackus. What do you use?
Visibly kind of pleased and just kind of surprised by this compliment. Oh, well, thank you. We are very, very excited for our development as a civilization. We have many arrays of different kinds of communication for our inter-settlement and long range, and as well as many different intercommunication for individual use for the civilians within settlements, and also we have well, of course, we created our own form of faster than light travel that you so wonderfully noticed when we traveled out into space. But we have not yet found an effective way of communicating that far away from our own planet.
And surely this will open up no end of means of communication with all sorts of wonderful new friends across the range of space, be it Federation or otherwise undiscovered species or cultures, perhaps even those we of the Federation have not had the pleasure of associating with yet. Have you had many visitors here that you've been able to demonstrate these wonderful technologies for?
Well, and looks away for a second and then looks back and no, you are the first visitors we have had to our planet.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's an honor for the Federation to be the first contact for any wonderful, intelligent culture like yourselves here. It's fantastic. Now, that faster than light travel, I unfortunately, unlike our friends here, I'm not as mechanically inclined in that department. Perhaps you'd be able to walk me through a little bit about these breakthroughs and discoveries you've made.
Oh, well, I am not necessarily privy to the information on how our faster-than-light technology functions, but I do know that it was many years in development.
Oh, of course. Hard work, obviously. Very hard work.
Yes, we have a great team that is set out to integrate into our own networks.
Yes, I worry that with such an intelligent species like yourself, myself, the humans, the Vulcans, all of these collaborative friends in the Federation, sometimes our technology for these arrays, we find that sometimes the brilliance of these species that we come to work with, these cultures, they sometimes are light years ahead of the things that we've thought of ourselves. Sometimes our technology can even find itself to be a little bit in need of adjustment to fit with such brilliant advances, such as the wireless signals and communications seemed most intense and powerful near the population center closest to us there. It seemed as though it was a rich, powerful source of communications and other sorts of signals coming through there.
Roll me a command insight. Difficulty 2.
All right. Oh, that's a 20. Oh.
Oh no! It was one too many sometimes.
Can you?
Or is it a 0-2?
What was your other roll?
What was my
So
other
you
roll?
roll 2 dice at all times.
Yeah,
Yes.
the
Or
other
you-
roll was only mildly better. That was a 14.
You can add. You can spend determination.
You know what? I think it might be worth it. Seems like we're on something. Let's do a determination then. Okay, that's better. We are at a 3.
So if you want to use, you can use a point of momentum to purchase a single dice. If you have a focus, or a value that would pertain to this particular situation, you could spend a point of determination to gain an auto crit.
Okay.
Or if you can spend more momentum to purchase a couple more dice.
He has focuses in ancient technology and unconventional thinking. Would either of those, as well as positive reinforcement? Positive reinforcement is on here too.
I
So
love this character so
Yeah.
much.
Okay, what is your level in command?
So in command, I have 4 points right now.
Okay,
And then-
so if you were to spend that single determination or single momentum, usually this is done beforehand, but I'm going to allow it for this sake after. If you want to spend that point to buy that roll because you said you'd rolled a 3 for a third roll.
Yeah.
That would technically be a critical success using your unconventional thinking focus.
Sure. Let's do
So
that. If
there
that's
will still
okay.
be-
If people don't mind me using the dice.
I think we're.
Please
Oh
use
yeah,
the dice.
yeah.
Please, we have so
Okay.
many.
All right. I'll use the dice for that then.
However, let me find my list. of
Chat, don't forget
complications.
you have money to give us or Josiah more dice
You
and
indeed
do things. Please do things.
Use all of the money that is already in there and add more.
Or just make it an entirely sour experience.
Well, I mean, hey,
like
he
having
totally-
a
he
Ferengi
totally-
sing Celine Dion.
I will. If there's a donation for that, I will absolutely give it a shot.
Oh man. Where's my?
While you're looking that up, Savik will still be over with Kraz, and just be as our Ferengi friend is schmoozing. We'll just turn and. Do you believe that? Like, do you feel there's reason to believe that this is a an oppressive society? Should we be more concerned with interacting with them?
They seem secretive. The use of guile in this instance is quite cunning. Almost Romulan.
Savik will look almost like a little bit like a twang of anger with the idea of Romulan. Just, we will.
Or perhaps they're like the Packlets, a little bit smarter, but attempting to lure us into some sort of trap. It's like making a good first impression so that you can become a cat.
A very interesting analogy,
Godback
but I
was
see
a
your point.
avian species. Or aliens, and oh well. The radiation from this planet is quite strange.
The
Alright.
people
Truly.
are demanding the cat's name.
Yes.
This cat is
well,
majestic.
This cat is Nico. What the snuggle bug until he bites me. Yeah.
Oh,
there
bitey
it
bite!
is.
Bitey bite!
It's like,
Yep.
I love you, Chomp.
Oh, look at you! Look at the the bitey bite. The bitey bites are saying I love you.
So, in this pause, I will once again remind that we are raising money for the BC Children's Hospital. Donation incentives are either below here, or you can find them posted in the chat through multiple places. We have lots of different ways to affect things. Also, the chat still has a lot of money to help at the $120 to entirely affect things. That being said, as it's been reminded, there is more than enough to make me drink at least 2, possibly 4 formula sours.
Or hear a
And I will do
Ferengi
it
sing
quickly.
Celine Dion while he does it.
Accidentally just told Wiggles that there's money to be spent.
Oh no!
Especially since I was like, I can't spend money because we just dropped too much money in Vancouver.
That's valid.
Understandable.
To resolve the rolls made here. So you technically succeed, but the way nat 20s work, and this is not only because it doesn't create an automatic failure of the task, it creates a complication to the scene when you nat 20. So you can still succeed, but there is a complication. So your critical success with our unconventional use of this still means that you get a read on him. What you're saying here is definitely leading up to some truth. He is hiding something, and it is on behalf of his people and the city. and he absolutely knows there is something to do with the interference coming from the center of the city, but is unwilling to share. As you explain that, he stops and kind of looks oddly suspicious at you. I don't know what you are suggesting. We've been very kind to let you into our city, and I feel like I'm being accused of something here that we were not ready to
No,
face.
patently not. I was just afraid we might be coming up short in our services to try and help you get connected to the other systems in across this wonderful, wild universe we live in here. In fact, you know, I worry I may have offended you here somewhat. Could I offer you a donut? There we go. I've got some donuts here. Might you like one of those? They're quite a treat.
You had donuts in your bag.
Yeah. Not that replicated stuff.
I don't know. I still appreciate some of the implications, but that smells delectable. What? He's gonna slowly reach and grab one. I may stopping and then just like holding it in front and just taking a bite. Well, this is certainly, and he visibly calms for a little bit at least, and looks back. I suppose I'm still going to have to report into the governing council, and I suppose we will let you know whether the location your engineering officer surveyed earlier is suitable. 1 second. And he walks away and goes to a comm panel on the side and just leans in and starts talking into it.
I'm gonna sort of call out from advocate for yourself. Tell them you're doing a bang up job because you are.
Beautiful.
That's the positive reinforcement.
I was gonna say that focus in positive affirmations is certainly helping.
When I
He
saw
looks
that
back.
on there, I knew I had to take it when I was making the character.
He looks back and just gives a bit of a nervous smile and starts speaking into the comms. And
Also, sorry, apparently chat is calling for a formula sour.
Woo!
I see at least 3 different people requesting formula sours.
oh dear. Oh, okay.
They're saying watermelon.
Watermelon.
Oh, okay. What do I got? Well, that's a blueberry.
Also, chat, I have Ferengi lyrics for a Celine Dion song.
Oh,
Beautiful. So I will be right back.
let me go through. So, if we're doing this, are they both watermelon, or am I doing 2 flavors?
Decisions, chat. Use your acquisition and voting power through the generous donations.
Okay. Come on. This is not wanting to open for me. I have to get my... This is not white. See, oh darn, it doesn't want to do it. It doesn't want to open, so I guess I can't do it. That's
Knife,
crazy.
knife.
That's
Sharp object.
crazy. That's crazy though. That like, oh man. So anyway. There we go.
Need that shirt also, Jeff.
So, that cracking sound is just.
I'm sorry for the audio. That was the plastic breaking, not my teeth.
That was our ASMR for the evening.
All right, so I hope you guys are here ready to enjoy my suffering and all of the sounds that entails. And thank you for this and all of your donations to the BC Children's Hospital.
That tickled my ears. Hi, Heyman.
Hi, Heyman.
I love you.
Hello. Oh, you came in right at the right moment. Cheers.
That's not tea.
And yeah, no. I'm gonna need to get absolutely just demolished on tea later to help me recover from this.
You have to get demolished on tea. I love you. That was the cutest little squirrel.
I want that animated anime style.
Amanda, we have a job for you.
There's more in there.
I need you to animate this.
Why? Sexual integrity. You're already part of the nursery.
This is gonna be on tomorrow, so we can clip things, right?
We'll be on as soon as we can.
Perfect. How is good visits? Good visits.
That.
Do you need a second to get your bearings and your voice back? Because I have some lyrics pulled up to the side.
Are you salivating right now?
Does
What was it?
the lyrics count?
What is the second flavor?
They're in our chat if you want to check them out.
I
So,
have to.
but were the lyrics another donation thing? Did I miss that while I was gone?
Let's see. Is it in the Twitch chat? Is it in the Twitch
I
chat?
see people saying apple.
Oh, no, it's in
I don't
our
think I
Discord
have an
chat.
apple, but I do have cherry.
There we go.
Like in the call chat.
Oh, of course. I see. I get it now.
Under the potato meme.
Let me see. I don't think I have any apple. I've got like a lot of flavor. Oh, that.
Are you going right for the second one?
Oh, it burns. It burns. Yeah. Of course, you guys would advocate for cherry. This is actually probably the worst one.
But they remember. Chat knows.
Oh. I think I'm tearing up a little, and that's fantastic.
For the Deanna Troy episode.
We have to like pull up the melody for "I'm Your Lady" here because I haven't heard that one in a long while. I'm gonna have to pull that up real quick here. Just so
Because all
the donation has come through, though.
Yeah, the chorus.
Oh, that didn't work.
Karaoke fan has come through saying, "I require a Q donation of songs at some point in this stream." I think. Oh, I think that would advocate possibly. If I don't know if there's a better soundtrack to drinking. Oh, it's awful. It smells bad too. It smells like pure chemicals. A soundtrack to me drinking these might be a lovely Ferengi ballad of Titanic proportions. Oh wow, parts of it just stuck in there. Hey, let's do this for the kids.
All right. I've got it. I got the melody. I pulled it up. I listened to it. I'm good to go. As soon as you start drinking.
Bottoms up.
Because I'm Ferengi and you are human. Whenever you quote for me from the rules of acquisition, I'm searching for Omax. Sometimes I'm greedy, but I'm ready to learn.
That was lovely.
Beautiful.
I hope
Absolutely
that didn't
beautiful.
peek the mic and just robot me and cut me out there.
We need more things. There's so many clips to be made for. Also, your hair right now, Josiah, is giving like. Damn, boy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This is the Punish Josiah arc. It's after he's returned from the.
But he's got
Start the
anime
15
level
prologue.
like fight hair right now going
Oh
on.
no, there's more left in the bottom.
Get it! Get the bottom!
He tests me.
He tasks me. He tasks me.
Oh, it's got nothing in the center.
Where? Wherever you are, I believe
Terry is
that
so much
the
worse.
platinum goes on.
No, don't do that to your hair. You need to flip it forward again. Come on, Josiah. Flip it. No, do it. Forward.
No,
Forward, boy. There.
Once more,
This is what you
beam
wanted.
to the floor.
That is what I wanted.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
And you're here in my wallet, and my wallet will go on and on.
I just like bring it all forward, and I just says, "Hey, this is a glimpse to what I was in high school."
That's what we would call it. in high school.
You're so
Yes.
antagonist, Josiah.
Oh boy.
That was such a manly sound. Ugh.
That is a very guttural me.
Are you guttural?
You could just ask people if they're guttural.
Lily, you just can't ask people that.
Get your mind out of the guttural.
Hey, people were here for Star Trek, and in Star Trek, there was never any innuendo. And it was all clean and perfect.
What always?
Disagree.
I think I've been changed as a person. I am new.
He is reborn.
Oh.
It was Easter last weekend.
Hail Zomba
Josiah
Jesus.
has risen. He has risen indeed.
A little late.
Ooh.
Well, thank you, chat, for making me suffer. For anyone who didn't know what just happened there, we are fundraising for the BC Children's Hospital. We suffer so they don't have to. And that was a donation incentive used to hurt me and bring extra. Oh, sorry, my jaw actually like just spasms afterwards. This stuff is like too much malic acid. And I do this willingly and under no duress. Whew. Yes, I'm fine. I am okay, and this is
Jeffy,
Sorry,
fine.
that way. Which way am I facing on
Hey.
stream?
if it helps. I've got my
That's
own.
the right way.
That way. There we go.
Oh, it's already set to kill.
That's the way, Josiah.
This is I have one of the Abramverse phaser pistols. Oh,
Mine's at least canon.
You might even say it's something of a hand cannon you've got there, crewmate.
Activate the photonic cannon.
So, as I let this settle into the molecules of my stomach lining, and I feel the burn, but not in the good way.
Gotta get burned.
Whew.
Potato.
Brachus, the Iglakian scientist, returns back, looking more anguished than you remember him looking beforehand, and his tongue possibly redder. Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely redder.
Oh, it looks like a bit of a challenging briefing there. That's okay. We've all been there. We all know.
I talked to representative from the council, and it turns out that not only are you guys the ones bringing up some of your concerns over the possible interference of the locale, but your chief engineering officer has been bringing up their concerns, and it seems that we are willing to allow you to use a different facility that is not far off from the ideal location. We already are organizing a ground transport, if you so wish, and is highly insisted upon by the governmental council. And it will be not. It is hardly maybe a half an hour ride out of the city.
I believe that would be acceptable. Sorry.
30 minutes.
No.
I could run there faster.
Well, it
No.
is.
Should we
about
perhaps get a better
$15 a day.
understanding of the source of the interference?
Oh, we are fully aware of what may be causing that, and that will be perhaps future scientific discussions amidst.
Are you willing to share any of your scan data in order for us to properly calibrate the equipment to be able to compensate for the interference?
The
we
interference
should
should be absolutely no issue once we are out of the city.
Based on the rate of decay of the signal, it will still be affecting the communications out there.
Don't worry,
We do not need to know any further information about the source of the interference, just simply scans of the interference itself.
I unfortunately do not have the clearance to allow actions.
Then who does?
But the governmental council, big man.
I will pick you up and you will lead us to them.
Oh no! I have capable leg-like phalanges available to me to walk.
If let's accomplish this in less than half an hour.
If you are concerned about us investigating the interference, we can attempt to find other solutions. Is there something special about the interference that you do not wish us to investigate further?
No, please don't derive any form of conspicuous or problematic ideals around our carefulness. We just know that there is particular research that we have done, and the implications are better explained in a fuller extent, perhaps at a later date.
Lovik just turns to Kraz. Correct me if I am wrong, but I believe he is lying.
Oh well, that's a very bold claim that you are attacking me as a man of such high standards in the Hyglacian Science Committee.
How about a long-range, deep-penetrating scan of the surface?
That will not be necessary at all. Once again, we have it entirely under control. Please, if you'll just follow me, I believe our transport will be just outside momentarily.
Can I look for like a sewer grate outside, like step outside? Is there like a way to get below the city quickly? Or is or sewer is not a thing here?
You don't, at this point, you haven't had enough integration with the society to know whether they have a sewer system. From when you walked through, you didn't see any like noticeable vents in the ground or holes.
I wonder if there's an entire undercity here.
Well, no, I can assure you that is not at all what it is. But if you follow me to the transport, we can be just out of the city. I believe we have a...
We will need a few minutes to finish our work here. The array that we will be installing at the secondary site will be communicating with your communications hub here. I believe we will need to clean up our equipment before we vacate this facility.
absolutely. I will go outside and let the transport know that we are just waiting upon the finalization of your integration here. I will be back in just about a minute.
Of course. Take 5, and you know what? You've earned yourself a little bit of a break. How about you take another one of these donuts for the road? I think that would really help your nerves after a very busy, very challenging day here. I know we're on a bit of a schedule.
That would be actually, well, who am I to say no to dignitaries' offer of kindness?
This is the donut stream, I guess.
And takes another donut and just kind of walks off. And he leaves all of you alone in the facility.
Oh, finally.
I didn't even get a chance to offer him these Fruit Loops.
Did you get Let me guess, they manufacture them now on Draylon 4.
Well, you see, we bought the patent and copyrights to them from a wonderful human business. It's a whole story. I don't want to bore you. The scans, of course. The scans, the deep-range penetrating scan you suggested.
No one bores better than the Tegan family anyway.
I believe we may have to be careful about what scans we do. Unfortunately, Starfleet protocol dictates that we cannot violate this culture's decision to deny us access to their planet or their city.
Starfleet protocol would indicate that we need to invent a reason to be able to circumvent that protocol.
I believe that is the exact opposite of what Starfleet protocol would require.
I believe that there is some true cruelty going on below the surface of this planet, and we need to investigate deeper. That is an obvious thing that is clear to all of us, and Starfleet protocol would say that we should deal with this.
And as a
Perhaps-
security officer, I am down for going and seeing if anything needs investigating or punching.
You're
I
down
believe it
for
would
going
be-
down?
I believe it would be beyond our abilities to simply invade their space.
Invade
However,
heavens, no! We're
if
going
we
for a
Become,
walking
cowboy
tour.
diplomacy.
If we were to we were sent here with surveying equipment. We could use the equipment to take more detailed scans focused in the direction of the interference here, and then
Of course.
request a polite tour of the city with the equipment running.
Ah.
Getting scans from multiple perspectives may allow us to run a reverse reconstructive algorithm, allowing us to get a much better view of what is below. And if it is truly nothing, then we will at least have a much better understanding of the interference to calibrate our equipment to overcome it.
I like the way you think, friend.
And if we use the Okanagan and this new array in tandem with your connection, we will create a trifecta thingy.
Triangulation.
Yes, that.
Trifecta thing.
My universal translator must have glitched out.
Like a pyramid, my favorite kind of scheme.
Oh, and Pretty Lavycroft has added threat with a donation. Also, I have noticed the chat has been going back and forth as to whether the transport should be potatoed or turned into donuts.
Oh,
Again, it
potato
is.
Sam beat me to it. Potato donuts.
Oh
donut.
no! Sweet potato donuts. That would be fantastic.
Surprisingly, no, it's an Irish thing.
Oh.
Straight up potato. Give it a good old russet.
Ooh.
Keep your Yukon Golds at home. Or Cannabex if you're fancy.
Is chat where does your vote lie upon the spudification of a transport vessel?
I think we have one more
The
cube
spudification.
left. because we've used the formula sour. There was the Q earlier to do the scants, and then so we still have.
Weebles! You got told off in stream.
Yeah, that happened to me too.
Yeah, sorry,
Weebles were
Streamlabs. I didn't fix that that particular setting, and I cannot log into Streamlabs to adjust CloudBot right now to get it to stop doing that. So just ignore Streamlabs for now.
And it's not letting me log into it, even though I am running it.
Ignore Streamlabs because it will just kick you.
This must be the work of Napoleon.
Oh, right,
Running
Napoleon.
around in the Streamlabs right now.
Napoleon. No, Napoleon's gonna be a potato.
No.
Napoleon's nefarious plot to bring potatoes into the Streamlab.
Wearing a scant.
Is Weebles Napoleon now?
Wait, is it? If
No.
Napoleon
Strong
was wearing
Style
a
King
scant,
is
wouldn't
Napoleon.
Napoleon
No
be
one
wearing
will
a
steal
scant?
that from him.
Hold on. Let me grab some d20s here.
What's the problem?
This is out of character. The radiation is a Farpoint cephalopod. They trapped it just like Farpoint did. That's why all of our uniforms turned into scants. That's why these potatoes and/or donuts are probably going to appear in just a second. It's a cephalopod the whole time.
Why is Weebles now Santa Claus?
Why not?
No. No, ho 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 is a French laugh, my love. Yours is Santa Claus.
All right.
Un cadeau pour toi.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas!
So, you guys are trying to sort out what to do and see if you guys can create a deeper scan.
Napoleon Santa?
Oh no. When out of nowhere,
Security officer.
you guys do hear and you hear oh no, and the Rakkus comes running in. Okay, well, small complication. Nothing to panic about. But you guys said you had nodes possibly of transportation. Because ours is not.
It's just
So
what's their extra transporter whirl? And then many potatoes.
I don't know what potatoes are, but there are small round brown things currently where our transport was and our transport operator, which is not too concerning, but definitely a little. Nothing too scary though, and we still have things under control. Also, do you know a small man with a big wide hat? No reason.
Are you saying that you have a transport that's a potato?
I don't know what a potato is still, but I currently don't have
Brown root
transport.
crops. Small brown root crops from
checked
Earth.
system.
I no longer have a transport. That is certainly one fact that we know to be true at the moment. But I fear for my life, and I feel like we should probably find a new place to be right now.
Just Savik turns to the others like, we need to contact the Okanagan and let them know that we need the anti-potatoification algorithms booted up once again.
Oh, this is something you're aware of. All right, well, I am certainly, definitely not too scared of you guys at the moment, because that would be offensive in our current circumstances. But if this is something you are prepared for, I would definitely like to defer onto you and your skills as a crew.
Do we have... We will require permission to utilize the Okanagan sensors to be able to reconstruct your transport.
Well, that's...
You want to say yes?
Otherwise, you will have to explain what a potato is to your higher-ups.
That is certainly... Yeah.
And if you help us out here, there's more donuts in it for you too.
Well, I'm not
Potatoes
saying
or
that you-
donuts? It's a pretty simple choice, my friend.
The rule of three.
That is certainly a helpful thing to our bargaining chip at the moment. I will there's just can one of you elect someone to roll me a command presence?
I have the weakest presence, so I am
I vote
not
Lily.
going to make
I
this
think we should
roll.
let Lily roll it.
Okay, as you're trying to
I
convince
have a high
him,
presence.
as you're trying to convince him, and I'm trying to see how scared he is of you. This is a difficulty 1 because he's already pretty scared.
Can I help you by being intimidating?
Oh, you can absolutely add a d20 to that with your own command presence.
So my first one rolled a 1.
Oh, we're gonna add the motivation back to the pool.
And my second one was a 6, and that's obviously perfect because my presence alone is an 11.
Whoa.
So,
Nice.
oh yeah, I'm cute and adorable, but I'm an imposing Vulcanoid.
Okay, well, we've got the big man and scary lady. So, well, I am happy to, you know what, maybe if you guys can help me maybe just handle this before I get in any more trouble. This could be fantastic. Maybe take me with you?
This isn't an old Earth film. You're gonna stay here eventually.
Yes, but for now, please take me with you.
Your higher-ups will likely not know of any of this conflict.
Yes. Well, thank you for for your affirmations. I will certainly appreciate that cooperation and that cooperative attitude in the future. I will perhaps go and ensure that this doesn't become a greater issue at the moment for any of us. Just a little distant.
Should we hunt that down?
I think it would be best for him to stay close to us if Bonaparte has gotten loose again.
My fat list will not bring that boy to the yard.
Has
Another
Bonaparte
thing we need on a
gotten
pin.
loose before?
Well, once or twice. I swear I don't do it on purpose, but I have a hard time keeping him in.
As a Klingon warrior, I can help you practice keeping things in. Those bridge shifts are very long.
Well, if you've got this under control, I will leave you to it. And I am going to go and look after a pile of, what did you call them?
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
You boil them, you mash them, you put them in a stew.
Except for the ones outside, do not put them into a stew or cook them in any way, as they
I meant to generally
contain the molecular structure of the transport and its operator.
I mean, generally that's what you do to potatoes, not these potatoes, because these are mock potatoes.
Okay, well, that is good to know. Perhaps we can figure that out in the future, and I am going to run. And he just starts like, Are
you sure they had first contact here? This civilization does not seem ready for galactic communication.
Perhaps it is simply that we have all forgotten what we were in the infancy of our own space travels. Space was once a very terrifying place for us all. We take many things, such as transporters, that can turn you into potatoes, for granted.
Well said.
So,
I heard grated.
Now that you have a Bonaparte incident, but also interference coming from under the city. What do you wish to take next?
Transportatos, sorry.
Transportatos.
I think we will need to call the Okanagan and see about using its scanners to scan the transport to use the our transporters to turn it back into what it's supposed to be, and maybe scan a little deeper while we're at it.
Yep. Love that.
That's a.
Our sensors are just very, very powerful.
All right.
And from there, we can devise a proper solution to overcome the interference.
Absolutely. So you're wishing to beam up to the Okanagan?
I mean, we'll need some people on the ground, but
I think we can stay on the ground and get them to scan ahead.
or should we have any of us go up to the Okanagan to handle that side?
I mean, there are officers up there, of course, who are able to.
Yeah, who's running the con right now?
Who is my lead science officer?
Oh, great. Now, if we call the Okanagan, then we have to talk to Commander Maddox.
You don't. You could contact directly to a different officer.
I think we should call directly to the head science officer, chief science officer.
Oh, I don't think I ended up doing that. That's...
Or we can even call directly to the transport officer as well.
Apparently, I didn't include that in, I didn't find that important enough to include into the main document as to who the chief science officer was. But it's in my other thing here, so spare me one moment.
In the meantime, maybe we should send someone down some vents and find out what's below.
Perhaps they could beam more potatoes to us.
For comparison's sake, to put them on a big scale. But if we're really set on the vent thing, you could lower me down into a vent. I'm pretty small.
The Ferengi's in the vents. Imposter.
Well, I prefer charlatan is my preferred terminology.
Nomenclature.
So, right now, if you're looking for the con officer, the person currently steering the ship, you have Officer Puyino, or you have a science officer, Lieutenant Glax.
I feel like
both
transport
of them should be able to help you with this here.
I feel like transport would be more useful than con.
Away team to Lieutenant Grax.
Okay, what do you want? This is Glax here.
Were you on shift the last time the potato incident happened?
Oh, was I ever. That was quite a mess you got yourselves into.
Well, it would seem that the Aglakians have a similar problem with their system and require several kilotons of potatoes to be beamed and rematerialized into a person and a transport.
Okay, well, I cannot believe the chances of this happening a second time, but all right, I can.
Good thing we added those presets to the transporter logs.
Yeah, you know what? That I was really hoping to never have to use that, but here we are. All right.
And while
Also,
I got you
is
on the
there-
call here, could you also perform a deep penetrating scan of the city? We are detecting radiation that is interfering with much of our work.
Do you have clearance to do so?
We just got it.
All right, good enough for me. Hold
Also,
on, just stay
was
on
there
comms
any-
for a second.
Was there any records of a small French leader being beamed down to the surface?
Oh no, do we have a Bonaparte incident?
I believe we have a Bonaparte incident and a potato incident.
I talked to Nurse Arbeck about this, and we were just having a conversation the other day here, and I was really hoping to get this figured out. Oh boy, we should never have started the research into anything to do with that darn Moriarty.
I believe you are correct. We are not a research vessel.
Well, I suppose I meant, I meant the greater. You know what? I don't need your corrective Vulcan attitude right now, okay? I meant the Federation as a general thing here.
Don't quote Section 31 to us. We don't need that. Article 14, get it out of here.
All right, hold on. So what am I doing first? I'm gonna need some coordinates for the potatoes.
Savik will walk outside, turning on his comm badge to the channel, and just stand close to the pile, the small mountain of potatoes, and just, if you scan close to my position, I am standing directly beside the pile of potatoes.
Okay, I can certainly latch on.
Please do not potato me.
Hey, do you think I'm some kind of amateur at this? I know what I'm doing, all right? Okay, what kind of potatoes are we looking at? It makes a difference.
I pull up my tricorder and I check the potatoes.
Oh, what kind of
There's a potato button
potatoes?
on here.
I've got a focus in botany.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go.
Arbeck
So,
looks at these and
finally.
immediately recognizes them as earth russet potatoes.
These are clearly russets from the earth variety.
Of course, it all makes sense now.
All right, well, that gives me a start. Those Rigelian potatoes certainly messed us up a bit last time. All right, let me just reconstitute. I recommend you stand back.
I stand back.
Yeah, good idea. Okay. So, let's stretch this. We're gonna do that. Compensate for starch. And any fryer oil involved in this incident?
Is there
No.
any fryer oil?
Well, I mean, you guys are outside, so no.
No, I do not see
fire oil.
No.
I just need
There
to
might
make
be some
100%
engine
sure.
oil, depending on how this transport works.
Okay, and do you have a general idea of everything involved here?
We know it was a transport vehicle and one operator. One humanoid operator.
And only one operator?
That we were
Yep.
only told of one operator.
Okay, well, you'll find out pretty quickly if there was more than one.
Uh-oh.
Mostly
makes
because,
sense.
it'll be pretty messy. All right.
I will
Witch
prepare the
is going-
Klingon death ritual, just in case.
Just scream into the air.
I will stand behind the Klingon for this death
Alright.
ritual.
I'll prepare some nice space funeral home brochures, some good ones back on some of the stations and colonies.
Also, our dad is getting out of hand with the potato puns in the chat.
Oh no! You hear her knuckles crack.
To put the fun back in funeral.
Oh, God. Just for reference for anyone who is interested in what Lieutenant Glax looks like, there you go.
Oh, they're chitin. Okay, I did not realize they were a cat.
Yeah, she's Cation.
With all these potato jokes, it's almost like we've got a wet pun to surpass potato gear.
This is getting under my skin. But don't worry, we're just in the eye of the storm. All right, okay. So she's going to reconstitute the. You see lots of transporter world come down and start reshaping everything, and it slowly turns back into a transport. And Hyglacian operator is standing there and just like stumbles, and he's very woozy and just, what happened? Okay,
You are going to want to
so
drink some
sorry.
water.
I had. I am definitely thirsty. How did you know that?
Do we have water?
Oh no, you're still wearing a burlap sack.
Oh my goodness! And why does it end at my mid thighs?
Oh, it's the latest fashion.
That's right. It's a scant potato sack.
It was the style of the time.
You see the tall kind of lithe body of Hyglacian, just it's shrouded by this potato sack that looks oddly like a Federation standard scant uniform.
Well, looks like Grax set clothing to stunning.
Hey, did I get it right? Are we all good? No blood, no odd masses, no like disembodied body parts, or
I step onto the transport to check the inside. There's nothing inside?
Yeah, you see it looks clean inside, and there does not seem to be any extra blood.
It looks spick and spam, Lieutenant.
Okay, good. I'm sorry, what were you I hear blood? What's going on? Sorry, I must have really dozed off.
Oh wait, T-Man!
So are we ready to travel? Where is Brackus?
Sorry. I can't handle chat right now. My head is hurting from this. It is just.
I
said
should
all.
name this chat the Silly Putties.
Wow.
Or the Silly Spuddies, if you will.
The silly
Wow.
spuddies.
Chat is on fire. Good job, chat.
Oh, I just caught your dad's putt. Don't need another mashup. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
the,
come
the gravy.
on.
Oh, come on.
Didn't all fries up.
I like Spudtacular.
Spectacular.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, you guys are too much, and I love it so much.
No.
Hold on here. To roll. What happened with all my threat that I used earlier? Is that a nat 1? Yep.
Oh no.
Just for anyone who's curious, I rolled 2 9s, a nat 1, and a 4.
Uh-oh.
That is
That's a
not
lot
good.
of low numbers.
It's a lot of really low numbers, isn't it? All under 10, isn't that crazy?
Which did. Speaking of which,
Echoing from the distance.
No.
did we get our scan of the surface?
All right, hold on, hold your horses. I'm working on this. This is kind of strange, but why? How would we didn't scan for this before? But I'm picking up tachyon particles. Heavy usage of tachyon particles, emanating right out of the center of the city.
That would be that would interfere with our communications.
Yeah, that would explain it. So what's
Romulans.
that? Chronotons.
Tachyons and chronotons? Are you out of your mind?
This is well. Hey, look, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing here. The
Are they
chronotons seem
emanating
very,
from-
very traced.
Are they emanating from deep beneath the center of the city?
Yeah, right. That building about 80 meters north of you.
Sounds like
Just
a
underneath,
ton
like
of
deep
problems.
underneath. I don't
Does
have the
this-
time for this.
Taxion, and I hate you.
Does the scan give us give any indication of an entrance
Hold on.
or any kind of tunneling that would lead deep down?
Are you sure we've got clearance for this?
Would we ask if we didn't have clearance?
That's a fair point. You are trustworthy Federation officers.
We are honorable away teams.
It's all right. Hold on. Getting. It's odd. They definitely seem to almost have some interference closer in. Harder to get a good scan on the internals, but from what I can tell, there doesn't seem to be any access to it. It's almost like an anomaly that exists under the surface of the planet.
Theorize.
I believe. Thank you, Lieutenant. I believe that will be all for now.
That sounds so dismissive and rude.
Okay, well,
I'm just-
I'll let you know if anything comes up.
Savik just kind of paces for a moment and. Temporal radiation is usually represented as as particles sent along tachyonic paths, and chronal particles, usually appearing in the event of piercing through the temporal veil. It seems, whether intentionally or unintentionally, there is a case of time travel somewhere beneath the city.
Oh no.
Did you say time travel?
For the case of both chronoton radiation and tachyonic radiation, it is the only logical result.
Time travel's never logical.
There is a significant amount of logic dedicated to it.
It Balkan's long enough to even acknowledge that there was time travel. We don't talk about Cass Creek.
You know what we need right now? Some of that magical red goo from.
No,
What?
it's
What?
slowly stripping my like stomach lining at the moment. So
You haven't had stomach lining in years.
I've gotten rid of it. It's I can't have an ulcer if there's no stomach lining to burn through.
I believe that's what an
sweetheart,
ulcer is.
Yes,
So you've had nothing but ulcer.
you are ulcer.
Lieutenant Ulcer, reporting for duty.
Okay, hold still. So we just discovered that there's a time issue in the planet. Are we able to get into the planet? Can we go into the planet? Can we go planet? Can I go planet?
Well, it's kind of hard to plan for time travel.
As of yet, all you know of is the existence of the anomaly that is emitting some form of combination of chronotons and tachyon particles, heavier amounts of tachyons with trace amounts of chronotons.
Like a little bit of cloaking, a lot of it of time traveling, and then you know what? Can I cross-reference with the database the size of this city with French towns that disappeared during the French Revolution?
Oh no.
Is that what the city?
You're wanting to check the database in the room that you're in, or like in the building
No,
that you guys were in?
I'll use the uplink in my tricorder to access the database on the Okanagan.
Absolutely. This will be a probably science insight.
All right.
Difficulty 2. With the assistance, of course, of the computer, which I can roll that here for you too.
I'll buy a die with our momentum.
Okay, we can do that.
And I have the help of the computer.
Yes.
So 2 successes.
2 successes. That's exactly what you needed.
Without the computer's help, I would not have made it.
All right. So you started searching through the database, trying to find historical cross-referencing of cities that may have disappeared, things that may have gone, and you're searching. You start off your search specifically in French Revolution era in Earth, and you don't notice anything specifically in Earth's history that went missing. However, you do notice that there, as you're kind of researching further back and you're finding just missing cities, you go to a more generalized search and it takes you a bit, and a spot headline catches your eye as you're scrolling through, and it outlines a long time ago, about 300 years ago, in the Alpha Quadrant, there was a species that sent out, it was leaving a dying planet, and it went out into the stars and was never accounted for again.
Until now.
Something about it kind of caught your eye. And you notice the name of the species, which is kind of what really draws you to it, is the Glacians.
Discovery! All of you, get over here now! Read this! Or have the computer speak it to you. I don't care. Maybe it's not you, but...
There certainly seems to be some correlation here.
Could this be... Could we be at the midpoint of the maybe their time is going the opposite direction? Maybe they all need to go onto the city.
I do believe this is a strange mystery indeed.
Time paradoxes. You know, any moment now, one of those little dudes from Temporal Investigations is going to show up.
We'll take this moment as you guys are looking and ask if anyone would like to advocate to spend 2 momentum for an information gain.
Right.
Sure.
Yes.
Well,
I have the studious talent. Could I put that to use here?
Oh, that might help in a roll in a second. Savek, your comm badge goes off, and you hear Lieutenant Glax to Savek.
Ensign Savek here.
All right, so I started looking a little bit further, and I found something else interesting about the planet. So, like our scans found, this whole planet is indeed colonized. But I guess they really were counting on us not looking very closely.
Oh.
Turns out, most of this planet isn't Hyglacian.
What?
Most of this planet has a different kind of humanoid life form living on it, and they are not advanced enough to be journeying into the stars.
And so our presence here is violation of Starfleet Protocol 1.
Perhaps, we might have to look into that, but the captain is down on the planet there, speaking to the governing council with engineering officer Ola. So I haven't really had the chance to let him know, but as soon as I can get contact, or if you meet him first, it might be good to let him know that the situation is growing. I do have the first officer here, but well, I'm not getting very far there, so.
Understandable. I believe my teammates here agree with me that we would be all too happy to inform the captain of these discoveries.
It's disco time.
And you hear a loud disturbance kind of in the far distance, and something almost sounds like an old century earth gunshot in the far distance.
Sure that wasn't a car backfire? Transports here, they're a little funny.
Yeah, sometimes turn into potatoes.
I'm very profitable.
And just Savik just looks like, if they have stolen this planet, he is their problem now. And just
I think it's time for Starfleet power walking to our destination.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
we could use the transport.
I
Okay,
like
we
the
have a
Starfleet
transport
power
inside.
walk.
Yes.
Oh, Starfleet power walk. Okay, Starfleet power walk.
So
Sorry.
where are you guys heading to?
The captain. He's with the
All right.
council, I believe.
So
Why is my camera not wanting to focus properly? There we go.
you're able to head, like I said, it was like 80 meters north of where you are, so it's not that far. And the transport guy, hey guys, where are you guys going? We had a thing we were doing. I am so confused.
And just Savik just points at him, not even looking. He's like, drink lots of water and do not consume starches for 48 hours.
Okay.
Your body will react as if you have committed cannibalism.
Oh no. What? I don't. Okay. And he's like reaching around, and you see him pull out like a decanter and just like pull open the top and just start drinking through. Okay, this is a very strange day indeed. As you guys are approaching the main building, approaching you from out of the main doors is Brackus. Oh, hi, it's great to be seeing you all again. Well, I've been discussing things, and it turns out that nobody's coming down to check anything out. And I see you have the transport back, so we can all go and start setting up the array. Where are you guys heading?
To the source of the projectile weapon that was fired.
Oh, I thought we were going to we thought we were going to see the captain.
Is he acting this nervous? Like how? Is he overly nervous? Like in a way that is kind of like sus?
He has a nervous disposition generally. However, knowing that he was just going off to potentially protect his job, he seems to be kind of like hit a little extra hard with his nerves.
Okay.
Just over some headphones quickly, kind. So
I believe we have some important something important to discuss with our captain before we continue.
Please.
Thank you for letting us in.
Sorry, this is not connected to me. 1 second. Okay, now I.
There you go. You can see the lights flashing in your ear. We have some important business to that we need to speak to our captain before we can continue.
Oh, well, perhaps I can deliver the news for you, and you guys can go.
Thank you so much for letting us deliver the news. Let's go.
Okay. Oh no, please. He's gonna start tagging along behind you. You hear another gunshot in the distance.
Oh, that makes me want to be. Excuse me, what?
Well,
I'm like, was the timing in between the two enough for like musket to be reloaded and shot?
Yeah, there would be a healthy amount of time of reload as well as the ability to aim at a particular target and continue forward.
Yay, Betty's out. So can I run towards the gunshot?
So the gunshot was still pretty far in the distance, so you can either, like, if you were to go off that way, the rest of the team, like, you could split the party, I'm saying, if you wanted, or...
Well, I'm not running towards the gunshot. So they can do whatever they want. I am running towards the gunshot.
I would follow as
Okay.
I need to keep you alive.
Would you flap?
I would flap the entire way. Just a little bit. Makes me run faster.
We were so close to the captain, but
It's giving me
Emily's
like
right.
Naruto run flapping vibes. Like just like sort of.
Yes, exactly that. But just with the ends of the wings. Not full flaps, just
the flanges.
little flanges.
What are the other three specifically doing? Are you going to
Following
follow along? You're going to follow
along.
along? Are
That's
you...
what everyone else is doing.
I mean, I was going to continue to the captain.
You can split off and still go to the captain.
Yes.
I mean,
ma'am.
I'm going to continue to the captain because that's
Look, we need you.
Look, one of my focuses is specifically Starfleet Protocol, and some of my values are focus on protocol. That is what protocol would dictate, is to go and see this through. This is a violation of Starfleet Protocol and regulation.
As the only half-human of this bunch, if you hear an Earth weapon from ancient Earth going off, you run towards it.
Seems a fair
Not
assessment.
Earth.
You
Or
can
one of our
lead. You
colonies.
can go first, but that seems a fair assessment.
We run towards the danger.
Okay, so
We're
just to
We're the helpers.
to total, we have Arbeck, we have the resourceful, we have Emily, and we've got Kraz running towards the gunshot, and we have Savek running to the captain.
We have one
More like
check.
also Penty-san, thanks for joining. Take care. She's heading out.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wait a second.
Love
Instant,
you.
I outrank you.
I believe this report must be made to the captain as quickly as possible.
Can't you do that over a communicator?
I believe it would be of utmost importance to say this in person.
Very well. We shall leave you to this important task, while we go and do a little field.
Savik just looks to Kraz and just Lieutenant Kraz. Pajem, you were right. We can't let this one slide.
Do you have a phaser on you?
I think it's part of my. Is it part of my my default equipment? It is not.
I'll throw you mine.
You
Good luck
will-
in there.
You as well. Do not get shot.
Oh, I plan to.
Oh wait, never mind. I do have a Type 1 phaser in my equipment. We'll say I didn't bring it, and that way it leaves that moment intact.
All right. So, as everyone splits up, Savek, you're able to run past a very nervous Brackus who's like, well, I guess perhaps that's probably a good thing that we have you. I don't know what sounds are going on. I am so confused. Hey, why are you still running towards the building? Your friends were running that way. And he's going to attempt to follow you.
I mean, I'm just speed walking in a straight line.
He's going to be following. Well, I guess I can at least direct you to where your captain is, so you don't have to go anywhere else. And I will assist you in finding the council chambers, and we can wait outside until he comes out.
I will not. Your assistance in finding my captain would be appreciated, but I likely will not need to go anywhere else other than where my captain currently is.
Okay. Well, that is admirable, I suppose, but we will see once we get up there. Okay, let's go. And you go into the building and you enter a lift. The rest of you are running off into the city, and you hear multiple gunshots going off simultaneously. And you hear, Vive la France! And there's more yelling, and there's definitely a commotion going on up ahead.
I'd also like to point out to chat, there is roughly 1 Q interventions worth left of donations to be used up if you wish to complicate or simplify any of our lives in the next bit.
There might be some things coming up here that I could use some more threat for, so I'm saying. And...
Oh, also, sorry, I missed a couple minutes ago. There was one that's from Penty Cent, says Dealer's Choice for $5.
Amazing, I could use some threat.
Oh. Oh no.
I'm just saying, having a French Revolution in the middle of an alien city cost me a fair amount of threat to start off with, so...
8? Did it cost you 8?
8?
No. Because I haven't had them conquer yet. So... As you guys are running down the street, you're hearing the commotion ahead. You turn around a corner and you see a little Napoleon standing nearby with a rifle, and he is looking very like commander ready. And there's a group of Hyglacians in French imperial uniforms from the 17th century. 17th, 18th century, roughly. And they all seem to be wielding long rifles with bayonets at the end.
Ouch, pokey things. I didn't say anything.
I played Story Squares. It's time for a Klingon tackle.
All right, so this is going to enter Star Trek Adventures style of I don't even know what they necessarily call it, but for the sake of it, we're calling it initiative. I believe it usually starts on the hero side, which will be you guys. And was it daring or command that the person with the highest goes first? I don't have the thing on I can look up my rules, but if someone knows off the top
I
of
think
my
you're
head.
right, it's daring.
Daring? Okay, who has... Let's go with daring, because it feels like that's the number that could have the most variance.
Now, they are definitely looking not happy and want to attack you, right? Because we don't want to,
You can see that they're, in your quick assessment, it looks like that they are either threatening people or forcing revolution. Building a small militia in the city. Right now, there is a bunch of them, and it's hard to count them all in one go.
But Napoleon is definitely the leader?
Napoleon's definitely the leader.
So, before phasers are drawn, wouldn't it be simple to say, "Hi, what are you doing?" kind of thing? Like, just be like, "Can we assist you? Do you need anything?" Hi, because obviously, something other than just shoot, right?
It's kind of established that Napoleon is our Moriarty.
So why don't
a rogue hologram program with a mind of his own.
Okay, so instead of talking Napoleon,
you are much better than Napoleon.
Are these? But the
yes.
Okay, so instead of talking to Napoleon, because we know that,
So
what do they do when we approach? Like, what do the people with the bayonets do?
Napoleon doesn't take notice quite yet. However, a couple of the other members are starting to take notice as you are standing there in the open alleyway to take stock of the situation.
Okay, can I depending who's got the daring, who's going first? Who's doing what?
I have 11 of the darings.
You are more
have
daring than me
10.
by 1.
I have
So
10.
the doctor
I'm
is
a
more
10
daring.
too.
Wow.
The doctor is always daring.
So I'm gonna
Deep.
He's a daring
Okay.
deep one. I'm gonna just at the same time before Doctor be like, hey Doc, I'm just the ones who noticed us, because you think we could get them to tell us what's going on without ending up having pokey things poked at us?
Well, yes, but
While you guys plan this, just gonna quickly run away and grab something. Plan. I'll give you a couple minutes here to plan out your encounter as you figure out whether to peacefully or how most peacefully handle the Hyglacian revolutionists.
Because we don't know what their intent is. So before, doctors especially, like, do no harm kind of thing. So if we figure out their
Wait.
intent.
doctors do no harm.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
the Hippocratic
most
Oath.
doctors. But let's find out what
What oath?
maybe what if it's a simple thing, like they're misled. What if we can convince them otherwise, or what if we, I don't know. Let's get some information. Let's get some data.
Also,
There-
I am not present at this combat, but Napoleon being a hologram, there might be some things you can do to disrupt his
Ooh,
status
like
of
throw
existence.
a rock through his head.
Yes, well,
That too.
I think it's clear that we need to challenge Napoleon in one-on-one combat. It's usually how the holodeck ends up.
I'm
At
gonna
least
let
when
you.
I try.
Well, luckily, I
I would
happen
also-
to have some stuff left in my bag. I think perhaps these fine and clearly very upset gentlemen accompanying Napoleon could use some manner of distraction. Perhaps we could even let them eat small hotcakes.
I'd also
Did
like
we
to point
bring the
out
Ferengi
too,
with us?
in the
Yeah, I
original
followed.
donation, it was specifically stated that this French emperor is particularly ticklish.
I
Use
All right,
that.
Doc. You go
Again,
do your thing.
I am not present. There is limits on what I can assist with, but
is as said before, I have a history with this holodeck. I have had a problem with him escaping a few times, so it usually ends up quite well. I usually run away and have someone else deal with this problem.
Well, I got your back, Doc. I will follow your lead.
Okay, well, we will see what we can do about the others and to minimize casualties. But we'll see. So since I have this strong daring, I think we go in and yes, we will try to talk to these rebels.
I'd also like to remind chat that, of course, there is still the opportunity to donate to donate to Extra Life to make this interesting or to resolve it faster. And there is still roughly 1 queue intervention's worth left to intervene here.
That is true. That is very true. So there's a general.
We have not too much of a plan, but we will give it a go anyway. we will start with some trying to talk to the rebels and see what we can do. Beyond that, I'm flying into the sky and doing some dive bombs.
Also,
All right.
chat, if you get at least one more comment about making all of the weapons fire confetti instead of bullets, then I believe that may count as the chat voting on.
Perfect.
There you go. There's number 3. I think that's our final cue intervention. The weapons fire confetti now.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, look. Our dad also says confetti gun. There's 4 votes for confetti.
Okay.
What profetti?
Sorry, crowfetti. Sorry, that took a moment.
Profetti.
Brofetti.
Professional Fetty.
Oh, okay. Sorry, audio is not coming through there.
So, the Hyglacians that notice you turn and they yell to Napoleon, who turns like, "Sacre bleu!" and comes like running towards you, and he sees your uniforms, he's got his rifle ready, and just eyeing you up and like holding it in a threatening stance, but not like aiming directly at you. What are you doing here? This is my city.
Well, I do declare, why do you think this is your city?
Well, of course, this will be my city very soon. It will not take much longer for me to take over.
Oh, well, my dear young lad, I do not believe that you will be taking over this city today. My dear Ferengi has a alternative for you if you would like to hear his sales pitch.
I'm gonna tap the little Ferengi universal translator in my ear. I'm gonna hold out the boxes of hotcakes and croissants that I have stored in the bag. I'm going to say,
Oh, mes amis, attends. Voudrez-vous quelque chose? Voudrez-vous?
and I'm going to sort of make my way around with the boxes to the revolutionary Hyglacian soldiers to attempt to entice them or their attention elsewhere so the rest of the group can deal with Napoleon.
Do not listen to him. He is trying to confuse you to not follow our side.
That sounds like what a bourgeois would tell you, does it not, my friends? Follow me. I have no capitalist interest whatsoever. Follow me.
Oh no! Oh no! Roll me a command presence in the kindest way possible to work with them.
Alrighty.
Difficulty 2 because they're pretty stirred up at the moment.
So I've got a command of a point score of 4, and I've got a presence of 12. So I just rolled a 14. So
Okay.
what does that do for me here?
So you can roll
roll two dice,
2d6
remember?
to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the lower one of the two. The other one is a 20.
Oh no! There's still momentum spent.
Yeah, let's burn a momentum then. Let's do momentum.
Yep.
Heck yeah, that's a 2.
A 2.
Okay, and then what is your presence and
So my
command?
presence is 12 and my command is 4.
So your roll under target is like 16, so you got plenty of space to work with.
Yeah.
And I believe one is a critical as well.
Nice.
Am I wrong?
Actually,
Um,
because
on-
this would be under your focuses, the 2 would be the critical.
oh, this is
Yeah.
but this still for the nat 20 will still add a complication.
Complication.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay,
Never go so smoothly.
I'm gonna take that complication and just hold it for 2 seconds. It's working so far on the Hyglacians. And they're like, oh, this is very good. Okay, and they're like, oh, wow, maybe he's got a point. Hold on, and this is not. What are you doing to my people? You're turning them against me.
We are giving them cake.
And letting them eat it.
This must be brioche.
Okay, spend some of that there. What does
Frankie
the rest of you have to say for
Antoinette.
yourself? Frankie Antoinette. What does the rest of you have to say? Huh? You come in, you try to prevent me from even existing off the holodeck. Badgie is the only friend I have.
To use a Temerian quote, Napoleon at Waterloo, his hands dangling.
Sorry, that's actually really good, but like, oh no!
Can I run over and tickle him to disarm him?
Roll
Using
me
my Kirk Fu.
a is it exert? Not exert. That's wrong game system. That's a
Yeah, 'cause, like I
security-
think I can make a melee unarmed attack against him, and then
you going
to,
then
like,
2 of
security
our
daring or
momentum
security
should
fitness?
automatically.
Oh, it's security daring to do a. This will count as a unarmed attack, as a form of grapple. And I guess unarmed attacks are opposed.
Can I
What is
assist in any
Napoleon's
way?
stat block?
Whatever you want it to be.
What did you?
I rolled 2 successes.
Oh, he only rolled 1 success. He rolled an 8 and a 17.
And what I'd like to do is spend 2 momentum on the combat momentum spend guide to disarm him.
Ooh, perfect.
Nice.
That does clear the momentum pool at the moment, but that is a good thing to spend to disarm him. You tickle him. He's like, "What's he doing? Wait, you know!" And he drops his rifle on the ground.
Are you happy, Josh?
I
Are
hope
you
you're happy.
You got to tickle the Bonaparte.
We really tickled his funny bone apart.
However, to use the complication from earlier, after he
Ooh.
drops his gun and it hits the ground, and he's like, "Oh, would you stop it? Stop it! No, arrête! Arrête!" And one of the other guys kind of gets distracted as he's grabbing a croissant. And is like, "Huh?" And he jumps when he hears the laughter, and he pulls his trigger, and confetti goes boom out the end. And all the rest of them who were holding confectionaries turn back and, "Oh, he's tickling the captain!"
That's right!
Hold on. This is you know what? I've got enough threat to spend left for one final thing.
The Klingon battle art of Breklal!
He has enacted the rite of Bulgaric. That is it. Everyone back up. Stand back in the Hyglacian way. They must fight now. Choose your weapons.
I am a weapon.
Okay.
Also, wouldn't a
Would
Klingon
you
go
like a
nowhere
feather?
without their combat knives?
I would like to pass him a feather to fight with. I think it might be very useful in this situation.
Look, the champion holds a feather as foretold. Lisan al-Gaib.
Oh.
I say in the crowd, attempting to make it seem like another Haglekian said that.
I'm sorry, it just turns like, may your weapon laugh and giggle. So everyone, they all turn back and it's like, whoever. Yes, Josh,
Take
this
your
is
time.
for you. Stand back. Whoever invokes the right, they must enact in an honor duel between just the two of them. They fight until one concedes or the death. I will fight with my own honor. And he picks up his rifle and then looks up at you because you're quite tall. And it's like and he's holding the rifle in front of him. When do we commence?
Now!
Oh, no! Hero gets first turn.
All right. Let's dive into this with no momentum left in the pool.
I believe any normal attack, like any. Oh, I guess so. You're still doing all. So it'll still just be the same thing we already did. Never mind. We're good.
I would like to pick Napoleon up and toss him.
It's like the sandbag training game in Smash Bros.
I want to
Define
like
tossing.
turn this, like into like a WWE moment and like toss him in such a way that Emily will have a chance to like take a hit as he flies by.
Oh.
He has one success.
Okay, and here we go. I only have one success.
You go to pick him up, and he matches your effort. You get him in a grapple, but it's not enough to lift him and throw him yet.
Aha! Small but mighty.
Vive la France for the strength of the great people.
I will use both of my hearts to take you down.
That's a fun Star Trek fact for people who don't know. Klingons are Time Lords.
That makes sense as to why the Doctor has committed so many atrocities.
The pretty loud across saying good night. So good night. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining. Have a good night, and it's been a pleasure. This will be up on YouTube later. He's going to attempt, now that you've got him in a grapple, he cannot use his weapon. He cannot use his rifle, so he's going to attempt to try to break free. That will be an opposed check. He makes one success.
Oh, 2 successes, 3 successes.
Oh, nice.
Hey, you generated a momentum back. Oh wait, 2 momentum because you got 3 successes.
Yeah.
Hey, let go of me! You cannot do this. Is too much. I am the Emperor of France. This is the meaning.
This one's from Indiana. Elbow.
Ooh, melee attack. If someone else wants to add, I will allow. Oh my
Rebuilding
goodness!
that momentum
Oh,
pool.
3 successes.
He made no successes.
Oh my goodness.
You can throw him now if you like.
I will throw him. Absolutely. in the general vicinity of Ensign Emily.
Emily, will you kindly roll me a security daring?
Success.
Oh, perfect. You see a quite frankly not as small as most people make fun of in history stuff, but still fairly small man in comparison to the large Klingon that threw him, flying towards you, and his face is rotating in your direction, and you see like a place fist here sign in your mind's eye.
Boom. Yep.
Cracks him, and he goes flat to the ground. He is prone, and just what happened? Maman, please, s'il vous plaît. He's going to have to use his main task to get up.
No. He ain't getting up. Can I just put my foot on him?
Sure. Roll me a daring security as well to pin him.
What does it mean if the numbers are exactly the same?
Beats it on this channel.
Okay, there we go.
Perfect.
Because I rolled a 4 and my security's a 4, and I was like,
Kraz, it is your turn.
Yeah, just like, and then we'll run over and then do like a little flip and then land on him with a Meldo.
Oh, we're going all WrestleMania tonight, are we?
All right. Roll me. That's a single success. He keeps rolling one high, one really low.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. One success. That's it.
Okay, you manage to at least smack down on him, but it doesn't break the portable hollow emitter.
Wait a second. We just got some new. We got more momentum back.
You do have momentum.
Let's do it again. I'm gonna spend 2 momentum to take a second go at this.
You can keep your turn order.
For a critical success. And
and a complication.
Oh no!
Like, that's the thing. Oh no, that's a 20.
That's a doily?
20.
Okay.
Doily 20.
So what I'm going to do is use the complication as threat instead, that he's going to use as an immediate spend to avoid major injury.
Oh. Yeah.
So you come bearing down, ready to just crack him in half. Because I rolled no successes. And he is like, no, please, and you crack down, and then as your elbow was going straight in and you were ready to crush the hollow emitter, he kind of like blocks you with his own protons, I guess, whatever they use for that. I don't actually know what the
It is. I think that is a photonic construct.
Okay,
So
and blocks, and you feel the impact. Say, please, I surrender. I submit.
Only I still had thermal plating there.
Did you hear that?
Please
As
do
the
not
right
break my-
declares, he surrenders.
He surrenders. He is perhaps all bark and no bite. No, he's not the correct emperor for us. Well, I suppose that is kind of sad and pathetic to watch. And the one that declared the initial fight comes forward, and he grabs your hand and raises. We have a victor.
Somebody call Admiral Ross on the Bellerophon to accept his resignation and surrender.
Oh my goodness, I love you.
Okay. Well, so by right
thanks,
here,
thanks, Emperor Mongoose.
I
He's offering to
suppose-
be new emperor.
Of course. I suppose we will have to take him into custody now, as per our laws. And he will enter into public servitude.
I'm afraid we're going to have to maintain custody.
Oh, please no! I will stay with the people to fit their laws. If that is, that I do not want to break General Order 1.
Why? I mean, what could go wrong with leaving Napoleon in a prison of some kind? I'm sure that has never backfired ever.
Thank you. Please, you've got a great idea. I like this guy. He's the right kind of mindset. You have magnificent ears.
Now, and he's a charmer. And he's a charmer.
Ooh.
Oh no, the captain! We got to deal with this now. I'll take my comm badge and put it on Napoleon and click it. Napoleon to beam back.
No.
You become a potato.
But it's not like a pile of potatoes, it's just a singular potato instead of the hollow emitter.
I mean,
Now is
as we're
Napoleon is GLaDOS.
as we are entering the end phase of this, if anybody wants to donate to, so that we know that Napoleon has become a
Potato tot now.
Napoleon Bonastarch.
Napoleon. I like the,
No, Sam, no.
I like the
Napolitano
GLaDOS
stuff.
comment from Lily about that earlier. I like the idea of Napoleon-S where he's just like,
Oh no, I am trapped as a potato.
Isn't it beautiful? Napoleon would make a fantastic
Oh, good,
GLaDOS
that thing still works.
potato.
So here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to imprison me twice? How we laughed and laughed, except je ne rigole pas.
That makes me happy. I cannot describe this.
"You're welcome, Portal fans. This brew's for you."
So that handled. The other people will circle around. And say,
Yes,
we
we're
almost-
keeping
we
that one
almost
for
really
next
fell
year.
into something.
Sorry.
That could have become a lot worse. Thank you. In a lift going up a very tall Ovaline building, we have. So I guess we're almost on the way up here now. So I mean, are you sure? We probably have plenty of time if you don't want to go through right now. We could just stay in outside and wait, as they are probably discussing really important things.
But Savek could just powers up the phaser to stun. He just hears a little.
Well, that is a thing. Oh dear, that I don't even know what that is, but I'm pretty sure that's not a good thing. Okay, well, I will just stand here and listen to this lovely music I was given on this Zoom.
For some reason, as soon as you say that, I imagine All Star begins playing.
Oh,
I don't know why that's the song that my mind thinks is supposed to be playing.
Wow.
Partly
from
because
that Zoom.
the fight kind of felt like the arena fight from the first Shrek in Duloc a little bit. It had
okay.
the same
It
vibe.
had Shrek vibes
Yeah.
with the whole thing.
Hey now, you're a Vulcan. Put your ears on. Go play.
We're gonna have to release our own album of Star Trek cover.
There we go.
Move
Things
over,
are
Larry.
Christmas.
Meanwhile, we got
Enjoy
another
all
one
the
coming out.
classics.
So the lift
Gonna chat to
arrives
do that.
and comes to a slow, soft stop, and the doors open, and there's a foyer out in front of you.
I walk straight through. Is there doors leading to council chambers?
You see that there's a person standing kind of behind a podium beside the door. And Brackus is well, perhaps I mean, and he looks down at your phaser again. Well, yes, we're gonna go in.
Yes. Just nothing more, just yes.
I was not cleared of any form of
Is my
entry.
captain and chief engineering officer in the chambers right now?
Indeed they are, Lieutenant. Or Ensign. I haven't figured out your ranking yet.
Then I will need to go in and speak to them immediately.
Looking at Brackus, and Brackus is just kind of like nervously shaking
Just-
his head up
are
and down
these-
really
just
fast.
to, like the doors, like, are these the doors into the chambers?
Yeah. Well, let's just go in. Will you let us in?
Savik just like marches up and
opens
just
up.
pushes them aside.
The door
Like, pushes
opens up, and you walk in, and there is a rounded table, and you can see a very it doesn't look heated as a conversation, but there's definitely some kind of serious discussion going on.
Just
And
as,
it immediately ceases as the door opens, and the
like,
captain
basically
turns like,
as soon as the doors fly open, Savik immediately begins. Starfleet Protocol Section 85, Section 85, Article 13 is very specific about a few very important things regarding temporal meddling in the development of lesser species.
hold on, Ensign, what are you bringing into me right here? Hold on, just, I am so sorry, Prime Minister.
In order to complete the task that we were given properly, we had to scan the radiation that was interfering with the communications.
Hold on,
What we determined was that the radiation is a combination of tachyon particles and chronoton particles, coming from a mass beneath the city. Further investigation, due to a fairly simple scan of the life forms on the planet, showcase that the Hydraxians are not the major species of this planet. In fact, this is the one and only population center of them. The radiation strongly implies time travel, and is in a significant violation of everything Starfleet stands for.
The captain stops and just, hold on, that is a, and he's like stuck for a second and makes eye contact with Ola, and they just look at the captain and look at you. That would explain the strange readings. I didn't do a deep scan out of respect for the local government.
To
However, what
add
you're
to this
discovering
investigation,
isn't correct.
Lieutenant Kraz has discovered discovered within our records some 300 years ago, a species much like the Hydraxians that vanished from their own planet after it became uninhabitable. According to our databases, their biology is an almost exact match, though nothing was known more of where they went after their disappearance. It appears they came here. This is not second contact at all.
Hold on.
But more locating
Ministers.
locating a species that has hijacked the planet of another species, who has not yet achieved warp travel of their own.
Is this true, ministers? And the ministers are all leaning in and they're frantically whispering amongst each other, and the Prime Minister, surely, Captain, there's misunderstanding. There is more to the story that would absolutely have been disclosed once more agreements of confidentiality were met. Of course, we meant absolutely nothing in any form of ill will towards you and the Federation, I assure you. It does seem no matter what, there is more at hand happening here.
I believe there is a very popular speech by one Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
We are not quoting the Wesley Crusher speech here at the moment.
Yes.
Hold on, I cannot remember. Does someone else remember it immediately offhand?
Of course I do, because there's a song about it with it there too.
I cannot remember the speech immediately, but you know the speech. Savek would absolutely know the speech, but I am unfortunately Samuel. Not
First
Savek.
duty of every Starfleet officer is to the truth, whether scientific truth, historical truth, or personal truth. It is the guiding principle on which Starfleet is based. And if you can't find it within yourself to uphold the truth in this situation, then you do not deserve membership in the Federation.
Well spoken, Captain.
Of all the souls I've encountered, theirs are the most Haglakian.
I mean, that's true.
If you require a planet
Ensign.
to call your own, I'm sure the Federation can assist in locating a habitable planet that does
Ensign.
not have a sapient species.
I appreciate bringing this information. Ministers, I must contact the Federation headquarters and discuss where to move further. In the meantime, we will leave our comms array. Was it set up?
Mostly. Because of
We
the
will
radiation...
leave most of our comms array here for you to hold on to, and we will return with greater news.
Seeing as they have been capable of warp technology for much longer than they implied, the subspace repeater sitting in orbit that was built to connect to the array on the surface will be more than enough to be able to reach us.
We'll call first. All right, Ensign, Lieutenant Commander, let's go. And he does the Picard pull on his. Oh, right, scant. And Ola just kind of pulls down on their scan. It's like, yeah, this is definitely. Was there a memo that I don't remember? What's going on? Anyway, let's go.
Savek hits his comm badges. Ensign Savek to away team. I believe it is time we head back to the ship. He's calling the rest.
I don't have a
The rest of the way team. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You don't have your
realize I have a comm badge.
I'll move over a little closer to him so I can stand by Kraz.
Pull the badge a little bit closer. Yeah, okay. We copy. Sound good to the rest of you?
Yes. Please make
I
sure
do not
you
have one
log
of
on
those
to
flowers in your inventory. I swear to God.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Captain Blogruk to the away team. I suppose it's time for us to head back home.
Okay, bye, French Revolutionary Highlaxians. Don't get a taste for this. It gets very bad. It does not improve the more times you do it, okay?
It has been an honor to meet you all, and we hope that we can meet on greater terms than confetti guns.
Well,
I had fun.
at least it was confetti guns.
I got to punch someone. I'm good.
Holograms don't have rights yet.
That is technically true in the timeline right now.
You punched a toaster.
I punched a toaster. It's a Napoleonic toaster.
Oh no, it is a toaster.
All right. Well, meet us up in a few minutes when you are ready, and gather yourself to depart. Captain Blogruk to the USS Okanagan. 3 to beam up. Energize.
With extra whirl.
With extra whirl.
It's so aggressive.
It's just this.
If there's any Warframe players out there, we already know what that looks like. Just blinding bright.
The more you know.
No.
Frektor's pack is completely empty. It looks like a sad, deflated hot air balloon at this point. But tucked inside all of those croissants and hotcake boxes were more Zunes for the people of this planet to find after we depart.
Oh my gosh. No, dude.
Offloading some dead stock, I see.
and they're already preset and ready to go for in-app purchasing when.
What's the okay? Is there any
connection is
music on the
established.
Zune? I need to know what they're bopping to.
We already established
it is
All Star.
it is exclusively like America's Funniest Videos theme song ska and like Mongolian throat singing.
Oh,
Side, don't.
sorry, what?
Don't.
What? I don't know what
Just
you're
don't.
talking about.
I do believe that did say songs before. I think we do need to.
That is correct. My brother, for some reason, doesn't like it when I throat sing.
You're trained in it.
That tickles my ears.
Lord, there's
Stop
two of
that.
them.
No.
This holiday season, don't miss the album featuring a second disc of exclusively throat singing tracks by.
Dear Lord.
So, as the rest of you all beam up,
Yes, this timeline is the Zune supremacy timeline.
yeah, in this case, iPod did not work out, and Apple stock crashed pretty hard after the eugenics wars.
Steve Jobs, Cope Mauled, Seethe timeline.
After everyone's settled themselves back up on the ship, and Emperor Napoleon has found himself back reconstituted away from being a potato and reintegrated back into the computers of the holodeck, posing no threat, however currently still existing alongside Badgie, so that's fun. 'Cause why not?
I go and make him a nice little holodeck program of the Hyglaxian city where he can lead his revolution and take over the city in peace and live his best life, and this will never go wrong.
So what do you do? Do you then like take that and then put it into like a little self-contained simulation thing and put it on your desk to be forgotten about for centuries?
Yeah.
That
something like
that
that.
sounds like a very moral thing to do.
I put it inside of a potato that sits on my desk. On my shared desk, because don't forget, I'm an ensign and I don't get a solo room.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Oh no.
Captain's log. So we've done some more investigation into the Hyglacian situation. We've discovered that they're actually a longtime descendant of a disappeared species called the Glacians that have they managed to escape their fate on a dying planet by taking to the stars. However, encountering a spatial anomaly, they found themselves spiraling through a temporal wormhole till they discovered a planet that was already at war within itself. It turns out they started to exploit the wars already happening on the planet and the temporal anomaly that seemed to give them slower time movement within their own city. They exploited the wars of the people on the planet in order to gain resources for themselves to build back up and reestablish the empire they once were. What we saw was them succeeding in the retaking of the stars. They have agreed that these are the sins of their past ancestors from hundreds of years.
Sorry.
And what?
The tempera anomaly in the chat. Fablemancers, thank you.
Oh, Cards, why? Your puns are too much and magnificent at the same time.
Deep fried for your pleasure.
Better be gluten-free tempura. Potato starch.
It can be winner.
They've agreed, though, that
I'm
These are
sorry.
the-
I'm never gonna be able to temporal. It's a tempura anomaly. It's a tempura. That's forever gonna be a thing.
Getting the tempura anomaly.
Josh, please, Josh, leave me alone. I saw your notification pop up as I was here, getting DMs.
Getting in those DMs. The
Yeah,
DMs.
letting
DMs.
those DMs.
Hey, what up? You a potato?
But they've agreed that they will make efforts to amend the rights that they have taken from the people of the planet they have found themselves on, and will make efforts to relocate to a new planet where we will be closely monitoring their progress. Perhaps we will find a new future for them. And create a proper place for them amongst the Federation. Everything at peace once again. All of you are settling back in. Another job well done. Reports filed. We see a Savek who is going through his paperwork, or going through his pad and just kind of filing things, and you set it down and it gently brushes the potato with wires all over it on the side of your desk. And it lights up with like a flashing little indicator light, and you hear a
Like my pad does?
No, the potato does.
Oh, okay.
And we fade off into the stars.
I love that ended with GLaDOS.
Screenplay, oh no!
Are we doing different soundtrack? Are we doing different series here? Because I'm
Yes.
doing multiple things.
Yes,
I've
we
got
are.
faith.
No, bad boy, bad.
What you gonna
No potatoes,
do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Where you gonna go?
For maximum chaos, let's all do the Stargate, Star Trek, Star Wars themes at once. Let's see how that goes.
That would be pretty badass, actually. But you got to have the intro to Firefly at the same time. Got the
I know, I was
twanging.
about to say
my
that.
God.
Yeah.
And then there's Farscape in there too, because we respect Farscape.
Farscape is good.
Farscape.
Hey Sam, can you get the Tim Curry version of the intro to TNG up for me?
See, but now I'm stuck. You said Tim Curry, and I'm like, we're doing Rocky Horror Star Trek? What?
No, it was a video. Does anyone know from Command and Conquer where there's Tim Curry has a very hysterical speech where he
It's the
sorry.
only planet
My-
free of capitalism. Space.
Oh my god.
Except they edited over the TNG intro as like the long intro, and then just cuts in space, the final frontier. It was.
Although it could be a lot worse, because now there's a Dr. Frankenfurter thought in like the intro. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages.
Did you finally see Rocky Horror?
Have you
No, I'm
never
getting called out
seen
on
Rocky?
stream again. No, I still haven't seen Rocky
You still
Horror.
haven't, but you know how to.
My God.
I can't hide far enough down. No, I have not seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I ran 2 full sessions of the Fruit Basket based on Rocky Horror references. But again, I've read the script. In my defense, I've read the script.
We need to fix that. Also, everybody should wish me an early happy birthday because I'm turning 40 on Monday.
Birthday!
Ooh, happy birthday!
Because I'm old. So.
For you, I gift you extra transporter whirl.
Yay!
I'm Klingon, so I gotta give you pain sticks.
I will take anything you give me.
Hey, wanna buy some death sticks?
Well, big ups to the Extra Life Foundation. Big ups to the Children's Hospital, and I'm also going to do a little shout out here. Big ups to the family of Shoestring. Unfortunately, great rail fan YouTuber, guy who traveled around old school railway hobo style on trains, who unfortunately just passed away. So big ups to the family of Shoestring too. I know they're going through it. So big ups all around to worthy, deserving, good causes and good people. I hope we could make some people smile and laugh tonight.
Yes. Our Extra Life fundraiser is now up to $302 US. Thank you guys, everyone, for the donations tonight. Fantastic.
Thank you guys so much. We had such a fantastic and very kind chat, and I do indeed feel the burn still in my stomach.
Oh no.
Which, as my dad was very kindly pointing out, is 410 Canadian with conversion.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Better.
That's
Woo!
great.
Great job,
Thank you guys so much for just coming in, super supportive and super helpful. Thank you to all of our players and our crew members here today, causing the chaos and bringing the entertainment in the highest form. You guys are truly incredible. Thank you so much for giving your time, your mental energy, and your utter creativity and chaos.
You are worth every single second.
Thank
It
you.
was super fun, and thank you to our amazing game master for this game. Thank you, Josiah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we will fix your Rocky Horror Picture Show
Yes.
problem.
We
this
need to fix
October
that.
10th to 19th.
Yes, this will be fixed.
It's not fixed by Pentacon. I will come in clean.
Okay, if we have to do a horror night, like it is vibey with like it's Penty is in October, so I mean, really.
Absolutely. I mean, so the fruit basket has already been really threatening me to get this down as well. So this is gonna happen at some point. And I might have to dress up as Dr. Clandestiny again from the Stony Terror image production 3-part episode of the Fruit Basket, which you can also find on the Sweet M's Knickknacks YouTube channel, and some of it's still on our Twitch channel here, which you'll be able to find this very episode for anything else that you've missed out on. Catch up there.
And don't forget too, we do have tentatively another live stream coming up next weekend for the Extra Life tabletop weekend. So tune in here for more stuff.
Follow our social medias. We are planning it for next Sunday, the 14th, I believe that is. And we will be getting in some guests from the CB Productions coming in, which is another fantastic, fun group of chaotic people. If you've tuned into some of our Extra Life Game Day streams, we reference them, as well as I have been a guest DM on their channel a couple times. So now we get Peter from them coming over to DM on our channel. So that's gonna be fun.
Ooh.
So I get to see what it's like to be a player in a live stream. That's crazy. And probably to die lots. So
no death.
All death.
No, it's planning to be a meat grinder. There's going to be at least a couple character death.
Manda, bedtime.
But in the best way possible. So again, thank you to everyone in our audience. Thank you to all of our players for showing up and just bringing the truest enjoyment of my year. Hopefully we will get some more Star Trek in before 6 months from now. All right, does anybody have any notes before we head off? People, plug yourselves.
Potatoes.
Double potatoes.
Potatoes.
I'm an apple. I'm an apple.
Oh, did you know that almost all the characters on VeggieTales are all fruits? There's your random fact for the day.
Oh, I was making a joke about French.
No, I know. That randomly just popped into my head. I saw a TikTok on it yesterday that all the veggies in VeggieTales are fruits except for
Not all of them. There is asparagus.
Asparagus is not, but no. Bob the tomato is a fruit.
Yeah.
Cucumber is a fruit.
Cucumber is a fruit. Peas are technically a form of fruit.
Yep. Squash, gourds, all fruit.
They're looking by like
vegetables,
culinary.
fruits, and
Yeah, they're all fruits.
I mean, it depends. It depends.
Yes,
it
a Greek
depends if you
salad
go
is a fruit
culinary or
salad.
scientific definition, because like they are like a lot of those are legumes by culinary definition, but fruit by scientific definition.
Yeah. So
Because like a
scientifically,
tomato
it's
is not a fruit.
tails.
Because a tomato is not a fruit by culinary definition. It is only a fruit by scientific definition.
That's all we care about.
I was actually frozen. I just wanted to see how long I could hold that.
I love you, Brock. All right, I need to go to bed.
What a note to end on here. So, thanks again to everyone, and we will see you next time. Live long and prosper. It's to trans. There we